And now that it's kicked on, I can say what's going on, guys. We are here today for the first ever session in Black Dragon Gaming's first ever, at least on this channel, Gestalt campaign. One of Joe and I's in-person games has dissolved into nothingness, and as such, we're bringing it here to you. Speaking of Joe, I'm taking the player role today. He'll be GMing for us. And that's really all I have to say about that. I'm going to turn over to Joe. Take it away, my friend.
Alright, so, how's it going, guys? We're playing a new campaign, like Tommy said. This campaign, it's called A House Divided. You'll find, it's on a, it's not on Galerion. It is in a personal setting, a third-party setting, my own creation. And joining us, of course, we have Tommy. He is playing Volka, who is a character from a previous game that didn't get completed. So he will be finishing out that story arc. The rest of them are going level 1 to hopefully level 20. We have Kane from the Interplanar Crossroads joining us. He is playing Randy, Randy Coxwell. Don't know if that's an old character. We'll see. We have Tomiya. He is a patron of Tommy's that we decided to have join us because of his
because of his high degree of awesomeness, essentially.
Yeah, yes. He is playing Kurotama, which we'll learn about him as time goes on. And then we're joined by Donald, who is another BDG player. He is playing Baku, a Tengu. You wouldn't be able to tell from his picture, but he is a Tengu. Well, let's just see how things start off. So we are on the planet, the plane, if you will, of Loren. This plane has been separate from Galerion for a long time. They worship the same gods. But this plane has its own history. Elves and dwarves started it out for a long time, for about 5,000 years, until the demons of the plane, Jotun, attempted to create more of themselves. It was foiled, and we have humans created. This is in the Third Age, so 5,000 years of history has passed in the Third Age. Humans are created. From the humans, by manipulation by evil forces unknown, or forces that simply didn't have any idea what they were doing, halflings and orcs are created, along with many of the other beast races we see. And during this time as well, this is in the Fourth Age, gnomes make their way out of these tunnels. We call them Laurel Moon on this plane. These tunnels, they connect to the outer planes. They're destroyed later on during the Fourth Age by a human emperor named Charles. King Charles I destroys the caverns of Laurel Moon and kills its namesake, the elven avatar, Laurel Moon. As things advance, the first human created, the avatar of humanity, Abren, creates a place known as Abren's Isle, which is where we're going to be starting. Abren's Isle is a bit of a utopia. It's the seat of what's called the Adventuring Guild, which the Adventuring Guild is kind of a cross between, like, a...
Joe, you cut out over there.
Yeah, cut off. Did we lose him?
I think we lost. No. Maybe I'll have to do the GMing.
Everything was so perfect.
What?
Yeah.
You cut out there, man.
What did we miss?
You got to Auburn's Isle.
Oh yeah. So you guys show up in Auburn's Isle. You guys don't know each other. You guys have joined the Adventuring Guild. You guys have all managed to show up on the same boat in a little town called the Spillway, which Randy is familiar with. Randy spent about 4 years of his life in the Spillway. The Spillway is kind of a gross town for this place, for Auburn's Isle. Despite it being called a utopia, the town itself is it's well maintained, but the town itself is rather just kind of a trade port, really. It sits on a river called the Spillway, which is basically a sewer drain for the main city, which is about 40,000 people. So 40,000 people's shit goes through it. Which we're going to hop over onto that map here in a second, and that's going to end our music. That's going to start the rain. So Abren's Isle is, it's constantly raining on Abren's Isle. The towns all over are pretty much prepared for this, but it's probably something that's a lot of people who aren't used to it, well, they aren't used to it. I've on some docks. These are trade docks, like I said before. And like I said, there's kind of this constant, like, once you guys step out of the ship, there's this constant, like, hanging smell of sewage in the city. Randy's used to it, like I said. Like, he steps back in and he kind of, like, takes a deep breath. He's like, ah, home.
Smells just like Mom's cooking.
The man with scent probably doesn't like it at all, though.
No, he most certainly does not. So as you guys make your way off of this, it's kind of just a very basic, very run-of-the-mill boat. It's just made for running between Abren's Isle and the main continent of Ystron. We have, we're going to roll a d4, and we're going to determine who steps off first. And when you step off, I would like a description of your character, just some details that anyone would know. Or not, maybe not anyone, but like some details that we need to know. Don't tell us your deepest, darkest secret. The viewers can find that out as time goes on.
So we cannot give you, Joe, our character, twisted, Batman background now.
Not yet.
Don't tell me about how you're a sadomasochist.
As if the mask wasn't telling us that already.
Alright, so, well, actually, it goes almost in order at first. It's Tommy. Tell us about Sinvolka as he steps off the boat.
So, Sinvolka, most people probably don't know what a witch wolf is, but he steps off the boat. To describe him without the wolf spirit enveloping him, one of his eyes is blue, one of them is amber, his eyebrows almost like knit together and random bits of hair like sprout out from his elbows and his forearms and stuff. His pointer fingers are both like 3 or 4 inches longer than the rest of the fingers on his hand, and also he has a mouthful of sharp teeth and stuff. He's dressed in just simple clothing with tomahawks strapped to like his chest and at his side so he can draw them easily, with a big axe and a bow on his back. But at all times when he won't get in trouble for it, he is enveloped by an entity from his past. We're not supposed to talk about deep dark secrets, so we're going to let that sit for now. But at some point in his time, he and the Great Wolf Spirit, a spirit of the natural world, merged consciences, like, I guess not consciences. I'm not a spiritualist anymore. Now I'm a synthesist. But he's able to call upon the Great Wolf Spirit, and when he does so, the swirly red and yellow and gray wolf thing doesn't eat him. It, like, envelops his body almost like a cloak of wolf skin covering his head. The legs with claws attached come up over his arms in such a way that he could, like, reach out and claw you if he wanted to. Around his neck, he wears, it looks like a broken piece of a great axe. It probably, actually, for most people, probably just looks like a broken chunk of metal, because that's what it is after what happened. If it's raining, Sinvolka would enjoy it. Sinvolka would not take any real pains or efforts to cover himself. The smell is overpowering, though. So, he wouldn't like, oh, I'm uncomfortable, I will show it to the world. He's got enough dignity that he won't do that, but the Spillway probably isn't the nicest place. He's been in some bad places, but dark secrets are later. The Spillway smells bad.
Alright. Let's get another d4. This time we'll roll on ones.
I guess I should also say that I'm playing a Witch Wolf Gestalt Paladin Synthesist Summoner.
Of course. So a 3 means that it's Donald's turn to describe his character as he steps off of the boat. You step off behind a man dressed as Tommy described, dressed in this strange, just kind of amalgam of random biological and like kind of nativist things. A man standing at the end of the ramp that you guys are using to get off of the boat, kind of like he's holding a list, he's sheltering it underneath his cloak to prevent it from getting wet, and he's like ticking off people. Well, not ticking them off, like making them angry, but checking them off of the list as you guys step off. But yes, please describe yourself to us, Baku.
Okay, so the Tommy character, this interests Baku, a primitive. I wonder what I can learn from him potentially if I get to talk to him. Baku, he would dress in a very simple alchemist lab outfit, reggae leather outfit that have what would be steampunkish metal parts that considered for pauldrons, a belt, metal gloves, metal boots, and he have a wide array of items on him, a bunch of needles on him, pockets, bags to hold his ammunition, a sword, a dagger, and on his back he have what would be a musket, a light crossbow, with all type of chemical items on him. On his face, he have a plague doctor mask that glows a bright blue when it is on him. So he's using precision for that. Under his robe, he is a Tengu, and he doesn't want to tell people that he is a Tengu yet, not knowing how people are going to treat him. But he definitely is interested in the city and the smell. He needs to make sure it doesn't infect his items, as getting this odor off of things can be quite the challenge. So he go off and greet Tom.
Sivolka.
Yes, Sivolka. Hello, stranger. It's nice to see someone of your kind on the isle here.
Hello to you. And he extends his hand, and the Eidolon retracts the claws so you can shake it without, like, giving me a couple of your fingers in the process.
Okay, Baku take off his mask, and you see a avian Tengu face, and he take off his glove, and you see he the Tengu. It's interesting to see someone of your kind. So what brings you here? Pleasure or business?
It's a long story. Joe, do I know what Bry is?
Let
me grab the knowledge religion check.
Yeah, I was gonna say knowledge religion check sounds like something you can do.
Alrighty. 21.
21, yeah, you do.
Alright, and Peruna doesn't care about Bry?
Yeah, he really doesn't care about Bry.
Okay, then so too do I not care. Why have you come here?
I came here to meet a friend of mine. He said he had made some new advancements with the musket he is working on. This catches my interest, as I have one too, and I want to improve it even more.
I imagine it does. You said the spillway has a not good reputation. Is that correct, Joe?
We can move over to the spillway map, because we do actually have one.
Okay.
So let me throw you guys over here. There you go.
Oh man, that is well done.
Thank you very much.
Caden Kalian has his own district in the place.
And his own cathedral.
Killing it!
Everyone's on there. We have... Is it still raining and playing dock noises for everyone?
Yes.
Alright, excellent. This is our first time using the jukebox on this.
Yeah, Joe and I found out last night how easy it is to get whatever you want at all. Just sitting there. I feel a fool.
So yeah, the spillway, it didn't have like a bad reputation. Nothing on Abren's Isle has a bad reputation. It's pretty utopian, like I said. This is just the most unsavory part of it.
Fair enough. In that case, Sinvolka's probably like, as I'm talking to, is it Baku or Baku?
Baku.
Baku? Okay, got it. As I'm talking to Baku, I'm probably like eyeing back alleys and rooftops and stuff, assuming somebody's gonna jump out and try to like but we know that like beast races aren't like we're seen as monsters, right?
Like you're not seen like people who are smart enough to understand it. You're seen as just almost lower than peasants by humans. This is outside of Abren's Isle. On Abren's Isle, no one cares.
Okay.
But like, I forgot I need to make this to the map. There we are. But outside of Abren's Isle, yeah, you're seen as monsters essentially by everyone except for maybe the most intelligent, who might see your potential, or they might just be like, ugh, kill it.
Ugh, kill it. Is this my first time to Abren's Isle?
Yeah.
Okay.
The only person who hasn't been here before, according to their backstory, is
Randy. All right. So in that case, I'm just watching the rooftops, watching the alleys.
Okay. Rooftops and alleys. It looks like there are a lot of just gruff-looking people. A lot of more bestial races are here. They're mostly just loading and unloading things from tents, bringing them onto ships, bringing them into the city. Alleyways, they're mostly just filled with. They're just kind of like muddy and dirty at the moment.
Okay, fair enough.
If that's all, we're gonna roll another d4, and we're not going to move back to the settings page. We're going to press up.
Donald is playing a Tengu cleric gunslinger, correct?
Yes. All right, 4. Tomiya, you step off of the ship.
Well, currently, Kurutama looks like a human. He's good looking, like most of his kind are when they take on human form. He has long black hair and clear blue eyes. He's wearing a plain Eastern-styled black outfit. Currently, a cloak is wrapped over it because of the rain and the colder weather. He's carrying a sword by his side, a katana, which is currently wrapped up in clothes so that it doesn't get wet. He's wrinkling his nose when he's stepping down from the ship. He really hates the smell here, but he doesn't complain because he's more of the type who keeps to himself. When he sees the other two non-humans down at the dock, he walks up to them, gives each of them a look, and offers them his hand, but his arm turns into his bestial form to show off that he's a non-human himself.
And then I won't call out that we both get free perceptions versus your disguise to see if we can figure out your kitsune. And I will happily take your hand, friend.
Yeah.
I am just going to do a quick perception check to see if I recognize the sword or not.
Sure thing.
I might as well do the same. Why not? Let's get those natural ones out now.
19.
Tommy has a 22.
19 and 22. Yeah, you recognize the sword. It's like, you know, it's definitely not Istronian. You know, these kind of swords come from the dragon continent, especially the Tengu. The Tengu, his people are from the dragon continent, and Sinvolka has seen in his past life weapons such as this wielded by soldiers from a distant land as well.
Yeah, I have. I had to think about it.
Yeah, so yeah, you guys all recognize the weapon that Tomoya is that Kurutama is carrying.
Interesting sword. Do you have there? may I ask who made it? I may actually recognize the sword maker name.
Kurutama will unwrap his sword and pull it out a bit so that the mark left by the blacksmith is visible.
Okay, Baku would actually compliment the sword design. Who made this? I know the name. He is quite a good sword maker to the best of my knowledge. You definitely have a sturdy sword there.
Also, something that I should probably mention, you can see that the sword looks a bit like it's covered in crystals. That's the side effect of the sword fusing with my Psy crystal.
This is an interesting sword that you have. May it bring you many victories.
You probably see
from this day on.
passers-by stop and take a gander at your weapon.
As I see the fact that he has a weird crystal sword, I guess I'll go ahead and get this way, out of the way now, rather. I'm going to go ahead and detect evil, both of them. See if they ping.
Alright. As far as you can tell, I'm checking over it. Neither of them are evil.
Okay. Then I should not bring up any more of it.
Yeah.
I'll just be happy to look at the strange weapon.
Yeah, not the evil type, more the selfish type.
You guys look around and you notice that really everyone except for the man who's standing at the end of the ramp and checking names off of the lists. You guys are the only ones standing around. Everyone else is moving, or at least they're picking up something, and you guys are really kind of like the odd ones out, just standing there.
Okay. Well, is there I guess I say, is there a thing nearby? I should probably make a perception check. I'd like to roll a perception check, and I'd like to determine if there's Simvolka doesn't mind being in the rain. Simvolka likes it. It's right up his deity's alley. But is there somewhere that travelers can duck in and not be conspicuous? The roll is a 16.
Well, this is Abren's Isle, the center of the adventuring guild. Travelers aren't conspicuous on this island, but a place to duck in. Yeah, you see, there's the best way to describe it is this. It's kind of a skinny little building. It's jammed in with the others. It looks like it couldn't hold more than just it looks almost like a shed, frankly. But hanging above it, now you can't read, but most places during this time that aren't, even places for people to read, they still have a sign that's mostly just pictures to describe what's going on inside. On the inside, on the sign, you guys can see, it's a picture of this little salamander. It's holding a stein in one hand, and it's throwing up at its feet.
Mm-hmm.
You can immediately assume that this is probably a tavern.
Alrighty. Simvolka will nod in the direction of the tavern. And, shall we get out of the rain, my friends?
Yes. As much as I do like the rain, I believe having a drink to relax ourselves from such a long trip is a good idea.
Of course. And I'll begin making my way towards the throwing
Kurutama
up salamander place.
Yeah. Kurutama adds in a low voice, I hope it smells better in there than out here.
Simvolka twitches his nose in response.
I believe I can temporarily fix that issue. I can make any area smell the way that I want to, and I cast the spell prestidigitation to make a pleasant odor around us.
Thank you,
All right.
friend.
It smells like
better.
it smells like Febreze for the next few seconds. Well, for the next while. So as you guys set out towards the tavern, Randy makes his way off of the boat. Kane, please describe to us Randy.
Yeah, I suppose towards the back of the crowd, he's one of the last people to come off the ferry. Steps a broad-shouldered man just shy of 6 foot, with dark hair and, well, you can't see his eyes. He's still wearing his military dress, his armor. He's got a heavy rucksack strapped down with gear slung over one shoulder.
Oh, actually, as you step off, there are probably people who recognize the crest of King Kalele, and they're like people like, "Hail, brave soul!" Step off, people like clapping for you almost.
And he puts the one hand up and he says, "Hail!"
They continue on with their work.
He's sort of got this slightly, somewhat perpetual sour look on his face, and he breathes in. Yep, smells like shit. And he rehoists his rucksack over his one shoulder, and there's no one else interesting here to talk to anymore.
Well, you see an interesting group, like walking, making their way towards this skinny little tavern. You know.
Oh yeah, he was. I was gonna say he's going there anyways because he just got off this boat and he needs a drink.
Yeah. You know a bit more about the Leaky Lizard. We'll talk about that when we jump over to that little page there.
Yeah. He looks down. He looks down the road towards the Spillway Orphanage, and then down the other road towards the Caden Kaleen's district, and then heads on into the Leaky Lizard. I still want to call it the Dizzy Lizard.
Yeah. I assume at this point, as one of the few people who can actually read, I have now found out the actual name of this establishment.
Yes, written along the bottom of it in Abrendish and in Eistron, there is the words "the Leaky Lizard."
This is a interesting name for a tavern.
Let's jump over to the show.
Says the
Well,
only other guy in the
unusual.
party who can read.
What do you
Cleric
really?
was
What do
his
you?
class, Magus for his brains.
All right. So when you guys step in, there's a large crowd. This crowd is mostly made up of natives of the island. Auburn's Isle is known for its natives. Their bright red hair and rosy red cheeks. Standing behind the bar, Randy would recognize him. His name is Gelk. He is the operator of the Leaky Lizard. And like you look around and you know, like this man standing behind the bar, he has this constant like smirk across his face of knowing sarcasm, and like, so you step in, you notice the large crowd, you notice this man, and then you realize, wait a minute, this building, this is huge, it's massive. It's humongous vaulted ceilings. Like, the building outside could not hold the building inside, for sure. There's got to be at least, 80 people in here.
It's bigger on the inside.
There's magic in play.
I was
Interesting.
very curious to see if any of this would come up. Alright, can I see the guy who's described as the bartender? Is it the guy that I'm clicking on here?
Yeah, he's standing behind the bar. He's probably giving. There's you can see a small kind of a smaller version of himself running around behind the bar, except he has bright red hair and rosy cheeks. He's giving orders to him and smiling to people as they walk past the bar.
Alright, do I remember what that is?
No.
Alright.
Well, slightly. You get a premonition, I guess. Make a knowledge personal history check.
Alrighty, I don't have ranks. So I will roll a d20.
It's intelligence plus half your level. So
Alright,
it's
fair enough.
one.
17.
17. You kind of remember. You slightly remember. You don't remember all of the details, but like you get like your stomach turns and you're like, ugh.
Alright, so then Sinvolka is going to... The place is pretty packed.
Yeah, like I said, there's a crowd. They seem to be, you see these three in the bottom here. There are three men. They look to be, maybe members of the Adventuring Guild as well. They're not as well armored as they are in the bottom there, but they're all wearing, like, rudimentary-looking piecemeal plate armor. They have kind of rusty swords hanging from their sides. They've looked to have been drinking quite a bit. They're all sitting in the corner. People seem to be giving them a wide berth.
Alright, so Sinvolka, when he sees the man and he gets the bad feeling in his tummy, he's gonna immediately just look at Baku and Kurotama and just, excuse me. And I'm gonna just fade into the crowd if I can. I'm trying to stealth versus him. I'm trying to just get somewhere in the bar where I can keep an eye on him, but he can't keep an eye on me. The stealth check is a 14.
Okay. He adds things to that, but I'm just rolling in general d20 so we can check it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, you disappear into the crowd, and he is just, like, you see someone come up, and he gives them, a huge grin, and he takes their order and, like, turns around and, like, gets them their drink and comes back around. Like, he doesn't seem to, like... You don't know if he's noticed or not, but he doesn't seem to care if he did.
Alright, I'm just gonna keep watching him for now.
Joe, when Tamonya... How do you pronounce your character name?
Kurotama?
It's Kurotama.
Kurotama. So when he showed his kitsune claws, would I know him being a kitsune?
Yes.
Okay. Kurotama, how about we get a table until our friend gets our new associate come back?
Sounds like a good idea. I could use something to drink. He is looking over to those guys who are probably from the Mercenary Guild. He's like not pleased that he sees rusty swords, because in his opinion swords are very important, and not taking care of them is a bad sign.
Yep. As Baku goes to the table, he is not impressed by seeing rusty swords. A rusty sword means it's not well taken care of, and it's not as effective on the battlefield.
You can tell that these guys probably scavenged them off of someone on the battlefield. These guys are wearing piecemeal armor. Like, one of them doesn't have a helmet, he just has a koi font that's a bit rusted. Like, it looks like these guys definitely just found it on the battlefield somewhere. They're like, let's become adventurers, haha! Then they're really drunk in this bar.
I would like to become one of those men. Give me 20 minutes.
Randy has noticed there's a huge crowd, all filled with, like, people call them the natives of the Isle, but they're Southerners, actually. Up north, they tend to look more like you. The Southerners, bright red hair, bright red rosy cheeks, thick accents, vastly different from the Northerners. And they tend to be well shorter as well.
Alright, well, I'm still gonna... wrong accent. I'm gonna walk up to the bar and go! I'm gonna get a bunch of drinks, and I'm probably gonna wander over to that table with the drunks at it and sit down there and start very loudly telling a story.
So you yell out Gelk's name, and he looks and says, "Oh, hello, Randy. It's been a long time. How long has it been, Randy?"
Oh, about 7 years.
That's right. Time passes quite slowly for me, you see. What will it be?
I'll look for the usual.
All right. He pulls out 4 bottles of scotch, sets them on the table.
Good lord.
That's your usual, isn't it?
It is now.
Classic Kane.
You wish for me to put that on the tab, correct?
Oh, naturally.
He winks and he turns around for a second and writes paper and slips into his pocket.
Yeah, tab I haven't paid in 7 years.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll pick those up and head over to that table.
All right, let me throw you on the board here.
Okay, when we do get to the table, I signal for.
Tiny boy.
When we do get to the table, I would signal for a barmaid or one of the servers to bring us a drink. Kurotama, I'm going to be covering the drinks for both of us and our friends for the time being.
You have my thanks for that.
Well, in my homeland, we have a expression: you do not get to know someone well enough until you and them share a drink.
Okay, so you signal a barmaid. This young girl, well endowed, comes up to the table. She's short, bright red hair, bright red rosy cheeks. What can I get you?
I will have the the best aisle drink that the bartender can make.
Oh, so you're asking for a northern scotch, aren't you?
Yes. And my friend, what will you have?
I will take the same.
All right, 2 northern scotches. She walks up to the bar. You can see she says something to Gel quickly whips you guys up, kind of like a sipping glass full of this slightly murky tan liquid. She brings it back and sets it down. That'll be 4 gold for you.
Okay, Pio. And I sack the gold for her.
She gives you a wink and slips it into her in between her cleavage and walks back to the bar.
Okay, while she does that, I give her the look. You definitely look quite nice. I want to get to know you a bit later after work.
She gives you the look that it's just her job.
Oh, okay. I am a bit saddened by this.
I give the GM the look that asks if in this setting a Tengu can get with a human. Here we go again.
Don't know yet.
Too far.
Science.
It's a repeating theme in our games. Tengus and Kitsune and Tengus. Millions and avians together. It doesn't work.
With the cleric magic of why I can make a Tengu human hybrid.
That sounds terrifying.
Yes, it does.
Actually, it's just a Strix.
Yeah.
Okay, Tommy, we haven't heard from you in a while. You're weaving through the crowd. The man at the bar, the thing at the bar, he is still happily serving people drinks. The people you came in with, Baku and Kurotama, have sat down at their own little table. The human that followed you in as well has walked over. He's starting to walk over towards the 3 unsavory types you see.
All right. Well, Sinvolka would know that something's not right here. Buildings don't just get magically gigantic. Well, I guess they can, but it doesn't feel right. So I want to just try to surreptitiously case the joint and roll a perception check and see if I can find anything else that stands out. And it's a 25.
25. So, like I just said, there's the 2 you came in with have their own table. There are the 3 unsavory types. There's the crowd that's gathered in throughout the tavern. The only other thing that you notice, and he's kind of difficult to notice despite the magnanimous magnificence of his armor, he is sitting kind of by himself, but he's on the other side of the crowd, so he's difficult to see. It's this gold-etched Damascene armor, a beautiful coat of arms, tabard dressed down his front. He has his helmet off. sitting next to him on the table. He has a meal in front of him and a stein. The man in the armor appears to be an older man, maybe in his 50s. A short mustache, and like some of the hairs on top of his head still have color, but for the most part they're white as snow.
All right. Do I detect evil from the bartender?
No.
Do I detect evil from anyone in the room?
Well, there's a lot of people in the room, so we're gonna.
5 of the random dudes in piecemeal armor are evil. All right.
No, nobody in the room is evil.
Okay, then in that case, I will. I'll go rejoin Baku and Kuratama. Just kind of like, I want to sit as close to put me between the funny-looking man and them as I can in the I don't know if we're in a booth or a table or what, but that kind of setup.
There's only tables. There's no booths. What the hell are those?
Fair enough. I want to try to keep an eye on the bartender if I can, not stare at it. I'm not playing a mesmerist anymore, but just out of the corner of my eye, be able to watch him.
Okay. Vio Silvanka. Why must you have a hard pronouncing name, Tommy?
Russian is as Russian does.
Okay, while Silvanka come back, I would ask Kuratama, so what exact properties does your sword have?
What qualities?
Yes, I see it have crystals. So what type of crystals are they?
It's a psionic type of crystal. It helps me focus on my weapon, because where I come from, they teach you that the weapon is part of your body and soul.
Impressive. In the Temple of Bray, my mentor taught me if I'm going to shoot something with my musket, I need to be one with my musket and be one with Bray. And I would notice Sivaka come to the table. Have a seat. I will get you a drink on the house.
Thank you, friend. Just water, though.
Okay, I signal for the barmaid to come around for Sivaka order.
I think we might have lost
Joe. I know I muted myself. She you signal her, and she immediately walks up to the table, and she looks around for a second and looks at she looks at Savolka, and she just water, I'm assuming.
I'll nod.
I would probably we have to double up eventually, so I'm going to get myself a water.
All right. She takes your orders, walks up to the bar, walks back, sets the glasses down, and she says, "The water's."
All right. I'll give her a gold anyway. Thank you for your trouble. What do you know about the bartender?
Oh, I'm back. It's me.
It's you.
She goes to the bar, gets you guys a drink of water, and she comes back and she tells you, "The water's free, I promise it's been purified."
Alright. And like I said, I give her a gold for her trouble, and I'm probably ought to make this a diplomacy check because they won't debate my natural ones. I'm gonna ask her just, what do you know about the bartender? Plus that. Go, party face! 13.
13. She looks back. "Well, Gert's me husband." What do you want to know? You can go ask him. He's perfectly friendly.
I'm sure he is. I'm sorry for bothering you, ma'am. Then I'll turn to my water.
All right. She walks off, taking the gold, sipping in between a cleavage.
Does she look like he does?
No.
Okay.
She is a native. She is short, red-haired,
Rosy cheeks.
bright red, rosy cheeks. Yep.
Alrighty.
Suzuka, what brings you to the island? Do you have any places you want to visit on the island?
It's a long story.
It seems we have the time for the time being, so why don't we trade our tales while we came to the island?
For now, just know that I am far from the bones of my ancestors. And for now, I will walk in the name of the Lord of Thunder and Lightning and, like, tap the busted up bit of metal on my amulet.
Sounds like a fun life you have.
It's been a fun one.
So, as Randy approaches the three unsavory taps, sitting at their own little corner table. One of them, clearly a northerner, who's dark-haired, pale, looks up at you. What are you doing here? You some sort of alcoholic veteran?
Well, yes. You got room at the table, boys. God, keep doing the Irish accent. You got
Becoming a southerner.
Francis returns.
you got room at the table, boys.
One of them, the one that happens to have a helmet, he has it on and he has the visor kicked back. He looks. There's a fourth chair at the table. He kind of puts his foot on it, kicks it over. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. The last one seems to have broken."
That's a mighty shame. I suppose I'll have to find somewhere else to sit. And he starts to walk away from the table, and he's got all the bottles tucked under one arm, and the other arm just grabs the back of one chair and pulls him right the fuck over.
And here we go, less than an hour into session 1. Bar fight!
So you're pulling a chair up forcefully, or are you pulling the chair out from underneath it?
Like, I've grabbed the top of the back of his chair and I'm tipping him over.
Oh, alright.
I'm gonna
Making
spill
a
him onto
straight...
the floor. Oh, dear. Alright.
Here we go. Oh, man.
So you just, like, grab the back of his chair and shake it. He's angered by it, but he's like, "What are you?" And they start laughing.
Well, I've been shamed. I suppose I'll just go sit somewhere else then.
Oh. They continue to laugh as you walk off.
Off to a wonderful start.
Welcome to Pathfinder.
Yep.
You get yeah, natural Tuesday.
Yeah. No, I didn't fumble it. I got real close though.
Yeah, you fumbled it. You would have like caressed his cheek.
And suddenly he's an orc, and suddenly he's an uncomfortable orc.
Joe,
I'll see you later.
Joe, I actually just noticed that we don't have our character names in Roll20 for us to actually call each other by, to remember them easier.
They are. You should have access. Do you want... Here's one.
Yeah, you gotta hit, like, show to players or something like
players.
that.
There, I can post as Randy.
Yeah. What's this?
You just have to change it in the text box option.
Better now. It didn't show up on my side.
Oh yeah, it's because I'm editing. There, can you see 4 people now? And
Yep. I see two out of the 3 other players so far, but that's my minute issue at the moment.
oh yeah, that's right.
I see everybody.
Yeah, I see everyone now. So, Randy, he's coming to the table where all of us are?
No, I just put him there just because. He's right now. You don't really like watch everything that's going on. Like the only people that notice were the 3 and him. Right now, he's just transiently trying to find a table.
Shameful I am. Can't even start a proper bar fight.
Can't even start a proper bar fight. Do I detect evil from Randy?
No.
No, but you're gonna detect intoxication in about 5 minutes here.
Yes!
He's gonna shame drink that
We'll
scotch.
say that Randy finds an empty table and sits down at it.
He has some recent experiences he needs to quickly forget.
Yeah. Yeah, he puts down those 4 bottles of scotch, picks one up, and just starts to neck it.
I am not a native to the Isle here, but is alcoholism, is it a natural-ish problem on this island?
That's a national sport.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of competition. No, not necessarily. People are generally happy, but this is like I said, the most unsavory of places on the island. So,
Well, as long as everyone is drinking in moderation, Baku is fine. As long as this doesn't cause a issue for everyone else.
what is Bree now Carrie Nation?
No,
That's what I'm hearing.
Baku, he wants to make sure people drink in moderation and do not cause any type of problem when it comes to substance use. I mean, he's a good cleric. He doesn't want to see people suffer needlessly.
All right. So yeah, Caden's character Randy. I sit down and
He sat down and then it cut out,
Yeah.
and we'll never know.
And they say he's sitting there till this day.
I've been cucked by my internet again.
Yep, there it is.
Randy sits down at a table, puts out his bottle, start necking one. You guys watching? That's gotta go fast before I get cut off.
Kurotama glances over to there and whispers to the others at the table, "That can't be healthy."
Drinking by yourself, it is not a good idea. So how about we go to the table and go to the table there and be his company for the time being.
Works for me.
And thus the party meets. Pity.
Trying to help King with his alcoholism.
Intervention. That's an accidental intervention.
There it is. Session 1.
A little too close to home.
I can actually act as a bit of a interventionist. I do have a profession doctor as a thing.
Intervention. Just unexpected intervention. Yeah, so Randy, 3 like a dude wearing a weird helmet, a plague doctor, a handsome and mysterious dude, and a dude with a wolf on his head approach your table.
Who the fuck are you?
Sinvoka will look at
Look.
Baku.
I
I've had a
am.
long day. I don't need to be embarrassed anymore.
Well, we saw you
Thanks,
were by,
Missouri.
we saw you were by yourself and drinking quite heavily. You shouldn't be by yourself in a place like this. Can we have a seat?
I shouldn't be by myself in a place like. I grew up here, but you're welcome to the seat if you want it. I ain't using it.
I have a seat, and I'm going to be. Whenever the barmaid come by, I would have a ale.
Sinvoka will sit down as well, and as he goes to sit down, he'll look up at Randy. Just, you're sure it isn't taken? And sit down. Not try to like call you out, but try to like just like. We saw that. It was bad for you. I will make a joke about it to make you feel better.
You want me to kick over your chair?
Do you know those men?
No. But I can't say I'm mighty fond of them even before that.
Does everyone here like that?
Oh, give or take. Some of them are better than others. A lot of them haven't picked their gear off of dead bodies, though.
Indeed.
Their character is as bad as the maintenance of their swords.
See, the gear in condition like that. If they do use it, they're gonna have a bad time using it, especially the swords.
I suppose I could fix it for them, but without knowing what they would do or who they would kill, not likely.
Oh, I don't reckon most of them have ever lifted a sword before just a couple of days ago.
Is that accurate, Joe?
Yeah, they look fresh. They look like they just, like I said, like they picked these things off of bodies somewhere, and they've come here to drink and show it off.
They're just running around playing soldier.
Freaking poses.
It is all fun and games until someone actually hurts someone with their rusty swords. Then people are going to be pointing finger at them.
Maybe we need to take their weapons from them.
Let's not start a scene.
I ain't opposed to that idea.
If we don't start the scene now, what scene will they start later?
Fair point, I guess.
Gods forbid that some child gets hurt because someone thinks that they're a mighty warrior now that they've looted the corpses of the dead.
Being a warrior is one thing, but killing a innocent, that is another matter that I cannot tolerate.
Alright, yeah, sure. Sinvolka's gonna get up from the table and Sinvolka's gonna walk over to the unsavory lot. And he's gonna...
No, there's no need to be... Oh, okay, he's already gone.
And he's gonna really quickly check mending and see how long it takes to cast, because I don't want to sit there for like 10 minutes. Is the seat still taken? Wait. I think it's 10 minutes to cast it.
I want Randy to
As
finish
you approach-
necking that bottle of scotch real quick.
Yeah, it's 10
As you
minutes, okay.
approach, one of them looks up. Are you still approaching?
Yeah.
Okay. One of them looks up and another one with a helmet on. He looks up and looks you over for a second. He's like, "You kill that thing yourself, hot and sweaty?"
Sinvolka is going to make a quick diplomacy check to try to... It's weird how we'll use Intimidate in place of diplomacy to claw people normally. Now I guess I'm using diplomacy in place of Intimidate to just... Don't start it.
I'm going to accompany
Sinvolka.
Sinvolka. I'm always going to be pronouncing your name wrong, one way or another.
And there's that bad roll.
No, don't join him over there. You're just gonna make it work. Oh, he's already gone.
He might make it better. 9. 2 plus 7 is as bad as... These guys are hexed.
Yeah. Don't talk to them ever again.
Yeah.
That's why I put them in this bar, to fuck with you.
Yeah. I've got a special macro on it. So just fuck you every time you try and talk to him. You say what you say to them. And the one without a helmet kind of looks at it as like, "Don't start what? We're just being observant."
Okay. Of all the people here, is there one of them who happens to look in charge is probably the wrong word, but like the biggest idiot in the table of idiots?
The biggest, probably the one without a helmet.
Alrighty. Donald, were you gonna say something?
I'm curious, those swords, they're not that well maintained. Do you know how to use them properly?
Well, we go outside of town and I can show you, bird breath.
I will position myself between Baku and them. I accept.
Let him do it.
Baku, he's not happy about being called bird breath. I only ask because it seems you have those swords recently, and I was curious if you were properly trained to use them or not.
They kind of like look at each other. So Sinvolka stepped in front and he's like, "I accept."
Yeah.
Okay. They kind of like you're like, you're talking about the swords and stuff and like how well maintained they are. They're kind of like they're more focused on that Savolka has accepted their challenge, and like the three of them get up and they like it's clear they haven't paid, but no one is like Gelk looks at him, but it's clear that he's just kind of like whatever. I'm gonna lose that business anyways.
I am going to accept the duel and join Savolka.
All right. The other two, Randy and Kurumada, also see this.
All right. Randy's finished like necking that first bottle of scotch, and he's got this like that fast onset glaze going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about that time of day. And he picks up the other 3 bottles, and he takes like a coin purse off wherever he keeps it. And he like holds it up in the air and looks at Belk, and he makes eye contact, and he puts it down on the table. And he picks up the 3 bottles and the empty one, and he's gonna follow them outside.
Alright. Gelk kind of like gives you like a little like tentative wave, like, goodbye, don't die.
Maybe that's the name of the session. Goodbye, don't die.
And yeah, Kurumada?
Kurutama is like letting out an overly dramatic sigh.
Oh, we don't have to get involved. I just want to watch.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I want to do too, but it's like I barely got to finish my drink.
I get with you. That's what I'm doing.
Take one for the way. Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do. I like place 1 coin at the bar. It says like he should give me like the next thing that he has, so I can grab it and take it out with me. I don't care what it is. I just want something for on the way.
All right. Like he looks at you, looks at the thing in his hands. It's a pint of ale, and he's just, all right, here you go. It's your funeral.
Kurutama takes it and leaves the establishment to see how things will turn out.
All right. Let me let's see.
This is not exactly a bar fight, but it's going to be a fight.
Well, it's a fight that started in a bar.
It's a fight that had its beginnings at the bar.
It is not an adventure until everyone gets to see a bar fight or something close to a bar fight at their first level character.
Session 1. Get to level 2 as fast as possible.
Time to start a fight.
Woo!
I mean, it could have started a lot quicker.
Yeah, he didn't just like shake his chair like, brr!
It scared you.
Now I know how Tommy sees the bar. He goes inside, looks around, and sees XP everywhere.
Yep. Just laying all over the place.
Alright, there you go, 20. Come on. You got this, it's just grass.
It is a good thing I actually prepared magic weapon for the day for one of my prepared spells for the day.
Yeah, I prepared weapon. It's the only spell I know.
Prepared weapon.
Okay, I prepared fist as a constant cantrip all day.
Well, he is a monk.
Yeah, I am.
This is oh, okay, it actually looks fine. Alright, so let me put you guys' turns.
Random map out of nowhere, go!
Go! Thought this fight would take place in the bar, go!
Well, they wanted to take it outside.
Yeah, you did this to yourself.
Yeah.
I did do this to myself. No, that's wrong.
They could have just like stood up and knocked over the table and been like, hold down, throw down.
I'm. This is a odd question, but most suits of armor, if it doesn't say it come with gloves, you need to purchase them separately. If it doesn't say they come with them.
You assume it comes with gauntlets, otherwise you got really ripped off.
Yeah,
I think every suit of armor, and I might be remembering this from 3.5, but I think every suit of armor but the breastplate comes with gauntlets.
Yeah,
And
I
the
was.
greaves and
Yeah, I
everything
was double checking with that.
Alright, 1 second. Now I just gotta throw you guys' tokens on the queue.
The armor of those guys might be an exception because they pretty much like stole them from pieces.
Oh yeah, these guys are
like
big.
probably not a complete armor set, so they might actually lack gloves.
So
Gauntlets.
the gear these NPCs have is more like a scraped together militia type of gear, effectively.
Kind of. It looks like they picked it off of dead bodies. Alright.
Yeah, it looks like someone killed me, left me in a field for a couple days, and then stripped my body.
It is still raining.
Cool.
And it's still smelly outside.
Yeah, you guys walk. So they walk ahead of you. They're kind of like laughing and looking back at you guys, like as they walk. They're walking just outside of town. You guys you guys have the handouts that I gave you guys, the maps.
Yes.
Map of Abren's Isle, map of the Spillway, map of Beard Town. That sounds fun, and map of the capital.
Yeah. So they're bringing you guys out to the to the eastern edge of the city, just off the road, kind of like behind some buildings.
This is on the map of Spillway.
Yeah, map of Spillway.
Okay.
It takes like 5 minutes to get there, frankly. You guys cross a bridge. You see a massive cathedral with like different scenes of Caden Kalen's life. No different than that of the Galarion version, but this it's clear they spent a lot of time making this cathedral to Caden Kalen.
Randy lifts one of his bottles, like another one of the Scotch bottles he's uncorked, to a good drink and another one.
Throws up. There are people like throwing up outside of the cathedral, like it's like the Weeping Wall, except you go into it and vomit. But eventually you guys get to this kind of secluded space outside of the city. It doesn't smell as bad anymore. You're far away enough from the spillway that it's not that bad.
Alright, so as we're going, I'd like to make a perception check just to make sure, like, more people aren't following us, or these guys aren't signaling for other people to come and ambush us, and it's just the three of them.
Okay.
Unnatural 20.
Yep.
Aberration 20.
10.
Oh, unnatural. Oh.
10 perception I rolled, and a natural
Donald
1.
Adams.
The first natural one of the campaign.
It would be you. Suddenly, there's 6 more dudes because there has to be.
There's plenty of people in the streets. There's steps everywhere. Or footsteps everywhere. I mean, not steps. Steps everywhere, just going nowhere.
Crazy stairs.
You guys, it's just these three, apart from Kurotama and Randy, following you guys, which they don't seem to be on these guys' side. So you think you're pretty much okay here.
Looking at them, this is the area where we're going to have the duel. To make sure this is going to be a honorable and clean fight, no killing each other, and if we surrender, honor the person we request, and you are the victor.
I'm going to cast message and pointed it back. You really think they're going to honor that?
I look at him. It is worth a try at the very least.
Yeah, Randy's got this real, like, blurry-eyed, like, are you fucking serious?
Okay, give me a second here. I set some...
Sinvolka's gonna have his Bardiche out, and I'm gonna put myself yonder.
Alright.
I will get my sword out.
Randy draws no weapons.
Yo.
Thanks!
You said the Kitsune is from the Dragon Empire or the Asian part of the world? Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes. And it's a very
right?
complicated series of stories.
Yeah, I would be from there, obviously.
Kuratama will ask, do the two of you need help with this?
Nah, that'll be fine.
Let me make a quick perception check. I'm gonna try to size him up.
What type of sword do they have?
I have
Is
a
it
10.
Because
They'll just like one of them. They have just like long swords, short swords they picked up off the field.
okay? Cool.
I'll look back at Kuratama and we've got this. Baku, you don't need to get involved.
I want to get involved in this.
Fair enough. I'll get half smile at Baku and just.
I want to get involved.
So be it.
Okay. So one of them, you tell them these rules, and they all kind of like look each other for a second and shrug their shoulders. The one without a helmet steps forward. By stepping forward, I'm going to move these two back because I don't want to be like right in the face.
That'd be bad for the dude who drew the reach weapon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. I want to officiate this. Trade places with me, Baku.
Fight!
Wait, so you want
In this corner! Some dude with a yellow wolf on his body. I'm playing Yellow Wolf now. In this corner! Drunk idiots! Begin!
so
Yeah, I want to stand in between them.
something the matter?
No, not at all. I want to get like a real good look at this right when it happens.
Okay, how about you you step over there and have a seat. You will have a good view from there.
No, I'm good. I'm good right here. I know what I'm doing.
Okay, I trust you are not going to get yourself hurt, but if you do, it is your own fault for being in this in this area.
All right.
Okay, so I get my sword out, and whenever we do begin to fight, before the fight, I would begin to cast magic weapon on my sword to begin the duel.
Yeah, I guess
Alright.
if this is prep time, none of these guys detect as evil.
No, they're not evil.
Alrighty.
So wait, you're gonna fight two of you versus one? They kind of look in there like they smile and like another one steps up.
Nah, man, I thought this was gonna be like a one-on-one. You guys, he was gonna be over in that corner. You're gonna be in that corner. You're gonna run at each other.
I have pounce, so I would prefer that.
Oh, well, I gotta step back, man.
Sinvolka will cast shield on himself, so as not to
Okay.
have a piddly armor class.
Are you guys ready? And he points at Sinvolka and Baku.
Hey, ready as ever I'm going to be.
All right. How about you two dicks? You ready?
I think you
What are
actually
you
provoked
squaring
the
up
third
for?
one.
The third one's well. Here, I'll put the third one.
Uh-oh.
The third one kind of like slyly walks over behind Randy. The other two kind of like look at Randy with just kind of this look of like jokingly looking at Randy, and they're like nod their heads like, "Yes, master."
Okay. Good. This actually plays into what I had planned. All right. Ready to set? And 3, and 2, and I slam one of the empty bottles into the dude who's next to me.
Oh god!
Awesome.
That sounds like a surprise round if I've ever heard it.
Yeah.
Should have played a brawler of improvised weapon stuff.
Yeah. I guess let's get initiative. So
what you do is you right-click on any of the
no,
targets.
I know how to initiative.
Oh, good.
So what a
Man, Sinvolka has never rolled good initiative in the like year and a half I've played it. It never fails.
So broken bottle. That's the improvised weapon. Am I correct?
I want it mechanically to just be an unarmed strike because I know the improvised weapon penalty is gonna screw me over here.
I mean, we are great. We were so ready.
Oh, another 2. Yes.
My natural 6 is looking really good. That 9 goes natural 3, natural 6, natural 2. And these guys are going to get like 18s. And it's going to be real bad for everybody.
That's all right. I got that surprise round. I'll get to hit one before we get our asses kicked.
So the higher dex mod is probably Kuratama. He has a 18 dex. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta remember to put your point to 0, whatever.
And Randy. Yeah, so it's probably going to go...
So like my initiative's
Kuratama, Baku, Randy. God dang it. Let me add turn. Thank you. So
Kane, how many levels of High Guardian do you have to take before you use your strength for attacks of opportunity?
Initiative for these guys.
Oh, all of us have the same initiative. 666. Wow.
We did it. Hail Asmodeus.
Good job, everyone. Hey, these guys don't add any freaking initiative.
And they're gonna roll like 12.
So. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Another 2.
All the 2s.
I did it. I won initiative. Finally.
So yeah, they go last. So yeah, Randy, roll it at arm strike.
And a 2. It's gonna be a 2.
Sorry, just give me a second. I'm finishing up the macro.
Okay.
One of these days I'll learn how to make macros in Roll20.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Can I flurry as part of a surprise round or no?
With a bottle with your if you want to just hold the bottle in your hand and punch him with the bottle in your hand and then continue to punch them, I mean.
Well, no, like hitting him with the bottle is really just like aesthetic
flavor. Yeah.
Just hilarious.
No, go ahead.
Flurry of bottles.
Oh,
Oh no.
the bottle shatters and the glass rockets through
I'm
your
just
arm.
curious. So curious. So did you went with a drunken master archetype?
No, that's just
because-
Kane's aesthetic.
You should just for flavor if you're going to be a drunk monk.
You don't hit their armor class with the first attack, and the second attack, you hit him, but like you hit like his pauldron, and it just shatters, and you end up cutting yourself. Bottle on the other attack, and
Ow.
you'll do not roll one, roll. You do 4 damage to yourself, Randy.
Now,
sick.
that's a hell of a hit for level 1.
You
Is
go,
it-
fuck! As you cut your hand with the fucking bottle.
It's a good thing that you have a healer in the party.
God damn it. I cursed myself by playing a rod proxy.
Yep, yes you did.
Ugh. Okay, yeah. Ah, shit.
The other two, they look they're down for it. The 3 of them, like the one you hit is like he looks scared at first when you just like throw a bottle at his face. Now they're kind of like, all right, it's a fight then, and they like this one, the one that you tried and bottled is like about to shove you.
Yep. Okay. I'm ready.
So it goes to Sinvolk at the start of the turn.
Do we have sweet combat music prepared over this rain?
Tommy is muted.
Tommy is not muted. Is Tommy really muted?
Hello, please.
Hello, please. I'm talking. Somehow I managed to mute myself in Discord when I was trying to mute OBS, so I'm cool. Do we have sweet combat music for this?
We can.
Just grab like really bad Mushuga, run through a $50 amp. And Sinvolk is gonna see that Randy's hurt himself, and this whole thing has gone a lot farther south than he thought it would, so it's gonna be 5, 10, 15, 20, and I'd like to attack the one I'll attack this one here. The sad part about this is I had committed to the idea that I don't want to kill these guys. They're just idiots with weapons, and I'm going to teach them a lesson. So Simvolk is going to swing the flat end of his Bardiche as he takes an egg 4 to do non-lethal. And I roll a 4. A 5 does not hit. I will be sad and pass turn. Though I don't think a 9 would have hit either.
No, a 9 would not have hit.
We're gonna get our asses kicked in this alleyway.
We're gonna get our asses kicked in this alleyway like a 1980s montage. Okay, never mind. It kicked up.
As long as we group up on 1 per turn, we should win this.
Alright, it goes to Kurotama.
Kurotama
standing off
shakes
in the
his
corner.
head at the shaped-through display of his 2 comrades. And he will move over here and then hit those 2 with a color spray. Let's end this fast. Do I have like any macros or something? I don't think so. Yes.
I turned it down.
It's a DC 13.
DC 30? Oh,
13.
30. 30, like, alright.
Yeah, Jesus.
Alright, so I add that.
He was hoping they all
I
have
have-
2 hit dice or less.
If my cantrips had a DC of 30, I wouldn't be hanging around with these
Nice.
scrubs.
Yeah, he gets-
a first level spell.
You just boom as you blast him.
It would hit the one behind him as well.
Yeah.
It almost hits us.
Alright, yeah, he
Yeah.
does.
He beats it.
Yeah, he uses the guy in front of him for the blast as cover, essentially.
Well, one of them.
You get the guy with no helmet, the other one just kind of like ducks behind him.
That didn't went well.
50% success rate.
I mean, you
So
knocked one
what's-
of them out
what's-
immediately.
Yeah.
You are doing pretty good so far.
Yeah, you're doing better than me. You didn't fucking hurt yourself.
That's true.
I think I have 2 hit dice. 2 hit dice. No, I have 3 hit dice. So I'm blinded and stunned for 1d4 rounds. Plus 1.
It's like, look at these nice colors.
Alright, so for 2 rounds he's stunned, and he is blinded as well for a round. So yeah, he you blast him, and he just kind of like, this is the guy with no helmet. He's just, hey, oh, no fair, oh, as he gets just like color sprayed. We'll say it's about this time. You guys, you that one. Let's hope they're not massive.
How about some of his friends show up?
Oh shit, it's the fuzz.
A couple of guys. These guys also look like unsavory taps. Come out of
they
like
do.
the marsh nearby. But it's clear you didn't notice them as you guys were walking out.
Well, shit.
And it goes to Kurotama. No, Baku.
Okay, I'm going to move up to this guy here.
Alright. Doesn't provoke, they haven't gone yet.
Yeah.
Don't have reach weapons.
Yeah, oh, I didn't make the macro properly for my third sword. Wow.
Just type it in, you'll be fine. It's session 1.
Yeah.
You can't be any worse than all of our terrible rolls in this fight.
Yep.
Except for, number 2, that will save. My god.
The 12 might hit.
12. Did that hit?
12 hits is flat-footed.
Haha!
Okay, so I clinged. So I hit his armor, but it bounces off.
Well, a 12 hits his flat-footed.
He's flat-footed. He hasn't gone
Like
yet.
you.
Oh, he is. Okay, so he does. So I do 4 damage.
All right. Noted.
So how injured is he from that hit?
About as injured as our
not too-
pride.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
He doesn't look too bad. He's okay.
Okay, cool. And then we go to our monk friend that his hand is hurt.
That's why he's got a
Yeah.
weapon.
Yeah, well, I haven't drawn it. My non-reach weapon does as much damage as my fist. Oh no! I grab him by like the whatever the qualifies for like the collar of his armor, and I'm gonna headbutt him.
You grab him by his coif.
I use quiff.
Ew.
Yeah.
That'll be another story.
All right.
Oh, there you go.
Well, one of those is worth a damn.
The first one, yeah.
One
The
of
first
those
one doesn't hit.
damage
The
is
second
way
one.
off.
The second one, you just fucking annihilate him in one punch. You punch him in the mouth, and he just collapses on the ground.
Kane, you're doing a d20 for damage.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was just saying. Like,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
not right.
You're not a 20th level 3.0 monk. Chill.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Jesus.
right there.
That's
I was
not right
wondering
at
how
all.
much damage. I was like,
Yeah. I was surprised, like, how much damage he does with his fists.
There we go.
all right, yeah, 6 damage is much better. You punch him in the mouth instead of just snapping his neck immediately with the force of your blow. You punch him in the mouth, and his head recoils, and like you can definitely tell he's got a tooth in the back of his throat.
Yeah.
Ah!
The drunken man just punches the other one in the mouth.
Welcome to
Yeah,
Pathfinder.
damage was- Yeah.
Welcome to Sucker Punch. I passed my turn.
Their turn. So, I will draw my weapon.
Does drawing a weapon provoke? I forget.
I don't think it does.
It is
No.
a move action though.
Okay.
I can't remember if it provoked.
Does that hit Randy?
It does not. An 11 does not hit me.
Alright. Does this hit Baku? No, it doesn't. In fact,
No.
it hits my friend.
Yeah. Yes. So let me describe the natural one. I get my sword out in time to angle the sword to hit his ally. Well, I am a Tengu, and I get to be proficient with swords, so yes.
There you go.
No, you don't roll a d20, Joe.
Sword training, it is such a useful racial feat. Racial trait.
Yeah.
Oh man, he does max damage to his friend. And this guy's already taken... Oh, he's stunned and blind.
Okay, so which one's hitting which?
This one here.
this
is
guy?
This one, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hitting this one.
So,
Right next to him.
so is he dead or?
Like, no, he's not dead. This guy took a bit of damage. He has some damage on him. This guy has taken a decent amount, and so is this guy. In fact, they've taken 6, 3, 9. And yeah, that's listed down. So yeah, basically he misses the Tengu wildly out of the backswing. He just nicks his friend in the back of the head. But he doesn't have a helmet on. That's why it's bad. Yeah.
Now I don't feel as bad anymore about those failures from earlier. Because they are failing too.
And it moves to Sinful.
Do the other guys not act? The other
Oh
two?
yeah, shit, you're totally right. I forgot about it. Yeah.
As much as I'd love to deal with more people the way we're rolling. Alrighty, he moves to 5 feet. I'm gonna try to hit the poor guy. I'm still committed to non-lethal.
If I remember, I can make it a attack of opportunity. Am I correct?
You cannot, because you're on a short sword. But he's running through my reach. Does a 14 hit him?
No.
Alright, fair enough. Well, he's charging. Well, he didn't charge. He didn't move, actually.
No, he's not charging. He's just moving up to you.
Okay. These guys are much better.
No, they're not much better. They just have more decks.
Well, they're not flat-footed, also.
Yeah. That's and I'm holding up this.
What type of weapons are the two new arrivals are using?
They like rudimentary maces.
Lumps of wood.
Lumps of wood with like nails at the top.
Ah, nice. A traditional bar fight weapon.
So 11, I imagine, doesn't hit Sinvolk.
Sinvolka ducks out of the way.
And a 14, does that hit Kurotama?
A 14. Check it. I think that's 15. Yes, 15.
Yep. So yeah, he probably he probably just like about like yours from Dex and Dodge. So yeah, you just like duck your head down as he just drunkenly swings over your head. These guys also appear to be drunk, and they're hurling insults at you. This will tell you, "You hogwashers! I'm gonna bash your teeth in," as they're like.
Oh.
Oh yeah, the internet has betrayed me. Oh yeah, we forgot about some fucking Sorry, I moved up the thing. Alright. Just got him by the teeth.
They call me the dentist of Spillway.
Sinvolka will 5-foot step where he is, and then he will attack the newcomer with his Bardiche. I still don't want to kill these guys. Just trying to teach them a lesson. Actually,
Teach them a lesson.
not fondue them, no. Here goes nothing.
Nope.
Alrighty. I guess also I'm gonna... These guys just look like they're people who've showed up to like take advantage of the fact that this is happening and kill us and take our stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I probably should have swung non-lethal. I will now realize that they're just people who are trying to profiteer off this, and it angers me. And I will pass her.
Alright, it goes to Kurotama, which I clicked the thing again, I didn't mean to, but it's Kurotama.
It's okay. I will attempt to finish off the guy before me, because he is looking like he's hurting pretty bad.
Yep. Oh.
Oh. Great. First attack roll. That's a 1. Okay. How bad do I fuck up?
Real bad.
You need to make just a macro for this.
I like try to pull out my
real bad.
Oh. Jeez.
It's there.
Man, that's
Just have
like
to use-
Who is making that noise on their end?
Sorry,
I think
my
it's-
bad. I forgot to mute.
Uh-huh.
So Kurotama swings and misses really wide, and then the GM rolls
Yeah.
a D100 and rolls a 1.
And we're gonna
We all go to jail.
I swing wildly and hit my own foot or something.
Ugh. You cut one of your tails off.
Oh no.
Ah,
trying to get.
good thing that they regrow.
Yeah, just concentrate real hard.
Ew, gross. It would be all slimy when it came out, too.
Like a Namekian.
Yeah.
Yeah, then Namekians.
We'll just keep him talking for 30 minutes.
One
until we
second,
get
I'm
our arms back.
finding a thing.
Yeah.
Don't
Also,
worry,
you
I'm
got
being
to remember-
super specific.
You have to scream the whole time, like the power-up thing.
That's a long time to scream.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Gotta be hard at the end of it.
Or you're gonna have an aneurysm, one or the other.
Surplus, I just like.
What happens if a Saiyan loses his like voice in the middle of a fight? Is he just he's fucked?
There, you see that? See
Well,
this?
he won't be able to power up anymore.
I see
You
this
think-
weird pipe in the middle of the ground over here.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a
Looks like
katana.
it's-
You throw your sword out in the middle of the field.
Oh.
I thought you
Right.
put like a slug on the board.
No, so yeah, as you swing, he ducks, or no, he doesn't duck down. As you swing, you just missed like wildly. It's ridiculous how wildly you miss, and like it's wet, and your hand is just damp enough that the friction between like holding your sword in your hand essentially is just not there, and your sword just whew, off into the distance.
Oh man, this whole encounter just screams of we're first level.
Yeah, that last glass of ale, I bet that was like really greasy, so now my hands were greasy too.
Yeah, Gelk is
Like,
just naturally
right out.
greasy.
Telltale Signs, we are a bunch of scrub heroes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that everything for our ally?
Yes, Kurotama Zeno.
Yep. That's all.
All right, Baku. You see
hang my
Kurotama
head
fling his
thing.
sword into the field.
I take note where it is, and I'm going to finish this. This would be
Baku, you might want to shift.
You might want to not be
flanked.
flanked, yeah.
okay. Sure. Yeah, that's better. I'm going to move my beta, and then I'm going to focus on this guy here.
All right. A 15. Let me check. Where is it? 15 does not hit. You make contact with his body, but the leather jerkin he's wearing deflects your attack.
Okay. Let's go to Kane. I am imagining this being a pretty bad, badly scripted bar street fight.
Yeah. It's like West Side Story, but no one's slapping or snapping, and everyone's tripping all over themselves.
Throwing swords.
Yeah.
Hurling them through the air.
Speaking of hurling, it's Kane.
It's
Yeah.
Kane. The only one who can
so-
connect.
If I shift down here, can I, just around this guy? Can I? Does that put me in flank with some?
Yes, it does. Yes.
Okay. So Randy sort of like stumbles around this guy. He's still got like a hold on the collar of his coif.
Yeah.
And he's
He
gonna.
follows you.
Okay. Then he's gonna draw him into a sucker punch. Or
Alright.
he's gonna try anyway. Is it 15 and 20?
The 15, because he is now flanked, the 15 hits and the 20 hits, and he takes
Nice.
14 damage, and that puts him. You're doing non-lethal.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that puts him to unconscious. He just slumps down onto the ground, just like just on the ground.
I feed him a couple of rights like a hockey fight.
Yeah, like he falls onto the ground and like face first into a puddle.
You should probably move him before he drowns. Hey, you! Turns around. That's me.
Take him off the backspace. Nope, not scroll lock. Backspace. And then we move on to the guys, the bad guys, the guys. So, I'm still stunned here. Though I'm no longer blind. So I can see you, it's just I can't do anything about it. The guy behind you, he has a helmet. He's gonna be, hey! You can't do that. You can't do that to Bart. I'm gonna kick your ass.
I'm gonna kick my ass.
I'm gonna kick my own ass.
Doesn't 12 hit.
It does not.
Alright, yeah, so he swings his sword at you and just kind of like, it just into the ground. The wet ground. Maybe a bit of water's flicked onto you, but that's the most he does.
You're drunk.
We're gonna try and hit Kuretama over here with our unarmored thugs. No, we don't want to move him there. He stays where he's at. I'm trying to... There we are. Does a 13 hit Kuretama? I have his thing up, and I see it.
No, it doesn't.
So, same with this guy. He just swings over, and you duck easily again. Or maybe this time he goes low, and you, like, move your hips back, and he just kind of, like, just swings below you. These guys also appear drunk, and he is very angered by your ability to dodge his very obvious attacks. And then finally, the guy next to Baku will swing.
Normally,
right. 23.
That hits.
And
All
we're
right,
all
so,
very
yeah.
thankful he's using a mace, not a short sword.
Yeah. So yeah, his rudimentary mace, he brings it down on top of you. Baku has no idea what to do. It just connects with his head. Let's see how much damage he can do here. So, not 1d.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, 9 damage.
Ouch! Ouch! This definitely dents and goes through his plague doctor mask, and he's bleeding, or bleeding at this point. Just for looks.
The when he connects with your head and like draws his mace back from your head, he lets out a laugh like, "Ah, I told you I'd get you, you whore son." With that ends their turn. It goes to Sinvolka.
Alright, so this guy, I have no business not trying to kill this dude, because this dude is just trying to profit off us, so I am going to commit some lethal damage for the newcomer, and we are going to... He's a little hard to hit. I'll keep using my Bardiche against my better judgment, but first I'm going to take a move action. 5, 10, 15, 20... That's a flank? Well, 25. That's a flank, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll get that +2 because we need it. Yeah, we need it. The 11 doesn't hit.
No, it does not hit.
Damn it. Alright, bastard.
You probably swing and he just takes a step forward. Like just a little step.
Okay.
Then it moves to Kuretama.
Alright, that damaged guy in front of me, is he wearing like any metal parts?
Yeah, he's wearing like he's got like a brigandine breastplate. It's a little rusty, a little bloody. It's been like hastily repaired, and there's metal studs on that. One of his pauldrons is metal. His helmet's got metal on it. It's like a kettle helm. His greaves are just like leather, like breeches, hose.
I guess that will do. I will shocking grasp him.
Alright.
I get like a bonus because he's wearing metal, right?
So that's a touch attack.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it doesn't provoke, you just fail.
So the first thing is a d20 plus caster level. So d20 plus 1, trying to hit a 15.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's try that. Come on. Yes.
Woo! Yep. So yeah, you cast defensively, you don't lose your spell.
Shock him.
There you go. Reach out and touch him.
That's I get a +2
Plus
for metal. +3?
Yeah,
for
it's a
metal.
weird bonus, but it's +3.
Okay. So normally my touch is 3, so that adds up to 6. Come on. 11?
And 11. And 11
Against touch?
hits his touch. And 11 hits his touch barely, yeah.
And now we're gonna do 1 electric damage because it's level 1.
So yeah, he takes 1 damage.
Well, he didn't roll it. He didn't roll it. I was joking. He's still gonna roll his d6.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
That's 1d6, I
Yep.
think.
Yep.
You got it.
This is to the armored guy here.
Mm.
Yeah, exactly.
And there it is.
Oh, Tommy was right. Yeah, so you shock him.
You jinxed me!
Cursed it.
On his next turn, he's going to be like unstunned. So like he's coming out of it. And he's like, "Ow! How'd you do that?"
By rubbing your socks against the carpet as you approach.
Oh man.
The wet carpet.
I was just gonna say. He's got his shoes off and he's just been rubbing those wool socks on the grass the whole way over here.
That tiny shock probably helped him
Come out of his
wake
stun.
up.
Yeah. It moves to Baku if that's all.
Okay, I'm going to move
Yeah.
back. Going to be moving back 5 feet as a free action, and I'm going to heal myself using Cure Light Wounds. I don't like being hit by a mace, especially a very ugly mace.
If it's gonna hit you, it needs to be pretty. Right?
Yeah, I'm moving back 5 feet as a free action.
Yeah, I know.
Yep. So I just heal, and then I go to Kane's turn.
Okay. Roll that heal for us. That is a 5 to heal. Alright, so you get back 5 hit points. And then it moves to Randy.
Alright, so what I want to do here, it depends pretty wholly on whether or not both these hit. So he's gonna go for the guy that's right to his he's right
Behind.
next to him. Yeah. And
4 damage. The 8 does not hit, the 17 does.
okay, he was gonna try and disarm him, but that second one doesn't work, so yeah, 4 damage.
Noted.
Grabs him by the wrist.
You
and punches
punch him, he just recoils. Ah!
Yeah, that's all I got. I don't have anything this time.
Moves to them, so I'm gonna return the favor, except this time I'm actually trying to kill you. I hope you know this.
Yep.
We're so nice.
Alright.
I can tell you're trying to kill us. Which way will his sword fly across the field?
I mean, he didn't roll super bad. I think I might have him hit his friend behind him again.
Even better.
Oh, he's gonna end up killing his friend.
There we
7
go.
damage.
That's what happened. That's the outcome of
Yep.
the disarm, the attempted disarm.
Oh jeez. He like stabbed his friend to death.
Not today, buddy.
He's-
no,
yeah,
that's sharp. You should put that over there.
like his sword, he goes a little too high, catches his friend in the pit. And like he's already been dealt a bit of damage, and like that 7 extra damage is bringing him really close to dying. And oh, what? He turns around and looks. They look at each other for a second, and they look pissed at each other, like they're about to go to blows if they weren't like fighting for their lives in other ways. As for this guy, I think I'll 5-foot step here. Yes, we can mace at you.
Alrighty.
12.
Simboka dodges it.
Excellent. Yeah, he brings it down. You're a fast one. Oh man, I'm gonna love having that wolf thing. He's come out of a stun. So we're gonna... What do we do here? We're probably gonna straight Kuratama, frankly. Because now he is flanked, now that I'm no longer stunned. So, 22 to hit your flank.
Yeah, that hits me. Whoop. That hits me real good.
5 damage.
Yep. Okay. Down to 8.
And then we're going to have the guy behind you also. 6 does not.
Yeah. Thank God.
So, yeah, he just misses wildly. You're recoiling from the first attack, and he just kind of like swats at you with his mace at the same time and just misses. As for that, that's everyone that's an enemy, so we move to Sinvolka.
Alrighty, I can see Kurotama's in trouble. I can see Baku can help. I'm gonna 5-foot step over here.
Now I'm gonna do the dance of the reach weapon.
Dance of the reach weapon. I'm gonna try to smite this guy and hope it works.
It does not work. He is not evil.
Damn it. He's doing pretty evil stuff. Natural 20 to hit.
20. That hits.
Do I need to confirm a natural 20?
No, you don't need to confirm a natural 20.
Right.
That's 24. 24 is 9 over his armor class.
Are we running those rules?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, sweet. So what that means for the viewers is for every 5 over their armor class we tick to a maximum of 15, we get to do bad damage to them. For example, if I roll and I hit 15 over his armor class, and then I roll a d8 to see what body part I affect, and I roll a 1, well, I'll lop his head off. Today, I've rolled 9 over, and Joe's rolled a 7.
So you damage his left leg.
His left leg.
He is slow.
1d10 plus 4, I think. Right? This character sheet is new. Yes, d10 plus 4. This damage is doubled. 20 damage.
20 damage, you just, like, cleave, like, you probably, like, you hit his leg, and, like, the slice, you don't take his leg off, but you continue up through his body and cut several major arteries as, like, blood just spills out of the front of his body, collapses in a heap in front of you. Just instantly.
Oh! Nice.
That will be all.
1 second. Okay, yeah. You can tell that the three that are there watch this, and they are utterly terrified by the prospect of what just happened.
Can I make a diplomacy check to try to get them to back down?
On your turn again.
Okay, fair enough.
Moves to Kurotama. These guys are taking -2s on their attacks and armor class as well as skill checks. Yeah.
Alright. Starting to run out of options. I guess we can scare them even more. I'm gonna lose my human form and go Kisune, and then I'm gonna bite the guy in front of me.
Alright.
Whoa! Let's scare them some more.
Where? I'll turn into Owen Wilson.
Bite is... I didn't expect that I actually have to roll that. Let me check.
I think that's your best attack.
Yeah. Well, the best one to hit, but...
Your bite is a +5. It's 1d4 -2.
Yeah.
Gotta get that slashing grace picking bite, not just katana. Agile enchantment.
Oh, goddammit.
The 9 does not hit them, even with a -2 to their armor class from being shaken.
You gotta pull one of your teeth out, and you gotta jam your psi crystal up in the gums, so you can enchant your teeth. Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm all up in his face and like snapping at him. Like,
yeah. He is upset. He's very upset.
He's not super into it, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Which one is up? Is it this one or this one?
They're all up. They're all fine. Well, they've taken damage, but they're all like. The one that's upset is the one is the knight in front of Kurotama.
Okay, I'm going to.
It does move to your turn.
I'm going to be moving right next to Kane, and I'm going to.
Like that, or are you going to move around?
I'm moving around.
All right.
Yeah, I saw him trace a bunch of like lines on Roll20 before he moved diagonally. He's not cheaty facing.
No,
Nope. I'm not cheating for moving. So, sword, the guy that Kane had been hitting. Natural 20, that hits.
Yeah, that's 25.
Yep.
That's 10 over his armor class.
Nice.
So what do I roll?
1d8.
Roll a 1d8.
Boy, you guys are really freaking me out right now.
So you stab him in the chest.
Okay.
Doing 4 damage.
So heat up still.
Yeah, so he takes they roll a
Yes.
d4 here. That might actually kill him just from the con damage he's gonna take here.
Ugh.
Oh, well, no, it's not really then. I thought, like, 2, he's probably gonna die. He does not look good. I'll tell you that.
Okay, so I moved very flashy, very avian-like, and then try to stab this militia guy.
You
But
hit the fuck
didn't-
out of him, but he is just like, it's kind of like, eh.
So Kane, let do team him. I mean,
Punch him in the face.
Yeah, you're making
Randy,
me weird.
yeah.
I step away.
yeah, Randy.
Let's dual team him.
Yeah, Randy.
You step on the other side of him. Let's dual team him. No, steps behind him.
You guys are taking this too far. I just wanted to punch some guys in the face. Oh, fuck right off.
Donald
punched
took it too
myself in the
far. Let's dual team. Oh no.
I hurt myself. Let's see.
I love
It's not that bad. Let's say that you take a d4 of damage. You hurt your hand on his armor. You take 2 damage.
Ah!
How many rolls of 1 was that so far? There
It's
were
like
like a
3
shit ton
this
of
combat
ones.
from all of us.
I don't know how much damage you guys are taking. My damage is self-inflicted.
Yeah.
Literally all of it.
Randy, he hurts his hand, maybe jams his finger, like punches like a sharp piece of metal and like these piecemeal pieces of armor. Injures his one hand, and the second punch, he goes in and like just wildly misses whatever he was aiming for.
Yeah, I was
You
put
think
off
you were?
by the sharp pain of the first one.
Yeah.
Ow, shit!
We move to the enemies. I don't know why I activated access now. I want to go back here. So now it's 20 plus 2. I roll a 5. I roll a 5 to try and hit Baku and I miss. So, yeah, like this guy, he is dying. Well, he's not dying, but he is close to like passing out from pain. And he just kind of like waves his sword at you. In that moment, it's just kind of like just the most pitiful sight you've ever seen. It just flails at you.
The only consolation is that you suck just as bad as I do.
This guy in front of Kurotama swings. He also wildly misses. And the guy behind Kurotama's going to try and hit him at the same time. He also sucks ass.
Well, at least
if this epic music wasn't playing, it would just be the sounds of people hitting dirt with weapons.
yeah.
Apparently, alcohol and weapons don't go together.
Yeah, don't say.
Yeah. Yeah, worst of all, we are like not even taking penalties for being drunk. But we
Because
still
the only person who's
fight
drunk
like
is
we are
Randy.
drunk.
I'm taking penalties for being drunk, you just don't know about.
He's rolled enough natural ones.
They're karmic penalties.
Yeah.
And it moves to Sinvolka. You watch just this like pitiful ballet of just shitty rolls.
The pitiful ballet. It's awkward. I'll charge to here. I'm
All
targeting this guy, and we're gonna still try to do non-lethal. He's just an idiot. So D20 plus 3 equals a 7 to hit.
7 does not hit.
That's
You're actually really close. Like, he is scared and flanked, but like it just pings off of, like, this guy has a helmet, you just like deflect off of his helmet.
Fair enough. All right.
Yeah.
I guess I'll look up at both of them and just, we don't have to end it this way. Give up now. And I'm not sure if I have enough action economy to make a diplomacy check.
You've charged.
Okay, that's all I got then.
You're like panting. We don't have to end this now. Mr. Kurotama.
Very convincing. I'm gonna attempt to bite again.
Alright.
Like a rabid dog. Nope.
Ugh.
No good.
Yeah. A 7. Like, this guy, he's not. No, he is flanked.
What
Yeah.
with all those 2s?
Yeah, but with all those 2s, it's just kind of like maybe you like get a piece of like his like sleeve in your mouth, but like he's able to he's aware enough that he's able to pull his arm away before able to get like a good latch around his arm.
Yeah.
I
hope it somewhat intimidates him.
If I remember talking in combat, is that a reaction or that is a?
Yeah, it's fine to talk during combat.
Okay, I'm going to ask the 2 original attendees of the fight to willingly surrender.
They seem unwilling.
Okay, if they are not willing to surrender, I'm going to continue fighting. I did give them a chance to surrender. So if I move down here, am I considered flanking?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm going to
5 feet. So.
Okay, so
You're also flanking with me from where you're standing.
Okay, I will do that. Then I'm going to attack this guy here, and let's see if I can actually hit him. So, flanking bonus.
The flanking bonus. He's already a 9. Like your sword, like you connect with his armor, but again, like he's able to move with your attack, so your attack doesn't go through his arm.
Okay, my turn is over. You can surrender if you want to. Still, as I end my turn.
It moves to Randy.
Okay. Ooh. I'm getting a little lightheaded, you guys. My hands hurt. My face hurts. Everything hurts.
Oh shit! All right.
The natural 20 also hurts.
There we go. I hit someone. That's 24.
The 9. The second attack. Like you connect with his armor, but it just absorbs the blow. But the first attack, you punch him like in the side of the head as you're moving, and he just tumbles onto the ground beside his friend, just and, like face up in the mud. Just like his armor is gonna get rusted even worse now as he lies here unconscious.
I am the best drunk.
If that's all for Randy, it goes to the rest of them. You're just knocking people out, so that's not scaring me. The guy who cut my friend in half is here. He's yelling at me to do stuff, but he's not being very convincing. I'm still shaking.
Do stuff!
Do stuff! And I am still flanked. I'm going to try and stab him, because he did kill my friend. Oh. How does a 16 look?
With shield, that just barely doesn't connect. It bounces off a magical wall of energy in front of my face.
Alright. And then the guy, the non-knight, the thug, is going to try and connect as well, and he's not going to move there, he's going to stay there. A 13 probably does not hit Kurotama.
Nope.
Yeah, that would be Tire Defender. All right, yeah, and it goes back to Sinvolka.
All right, I'm gonna 5-foot step here. As I do so, I'm gonna draw 2 throwing axes. The first attack is gonna go at the guy who we're just trying to teach a lesson, and it's gonna be bad. Well, I'm flanking, so it's not that bad. So it's +1, and that's kind of bad, but whatever. +1 equals a 12 to hit him.
12 hits.
Alrighty. This is, well, that's just typing 1d6. I have to put the roll in first. 1d6 plus 3.
I do 1d6.
6 points of non-lethal damage.
6? 6, you injure, like, he looks just like the guy who was right here before Randy knocked him out. Like, he is, like, swaying in the wind, in the rain.
Oh, man.
But he is not going down yet. Like, he's still looking you in the eyes, holding his rusty sword in his hand tightly.
Alrighty, the second attack will be lethal damage going at the thug, not the knight. 14 to hit him.
14 hits him, yes.
Alrighty. 7 points of lethal damage, because this guy is trying to interrupt us. And
No.
that will be all.
Alright, moves to Kuratama.
Alright. I will attempt to bite again. Because that's
Alright.
pretty much all I can do right now.
He's rapidly.
I actually hit.
Yes, and
Yeah.
unless you roll a 0 or something here.
He can roll a d4
Oh,
minus
yeah.
2. He could hit 0. He could hit -1.
Oh, shit.
He could. Well, if he
Oh,
hits
no.
-1, if he does less than 0 damage, it does
No,
1
it's
point
yeah,
of
you
non-lethal
don't- yeah.
damage.
1 point.
I can't heal him with my bite. Come on.
You, like, suture him.
Yes!
Oh, yes!
Just enough.
So, yeah, you do 1 damage, putting him to dying. He just slumps down onto the ground, like, and he's still breathing, like, his eyes are open, but he's unable to move.
Well, he just took non-lethal damage, so he still has like HP left, right? So it's not actually
He's
dying.
at 0, exactly at 0.
Yeah.
Disabled.
Okay. Disabled.
Yeah.
He's a disabled person now.
Rough.
And if that's all from Kuratama, we move to Baku.
I'm
Yeah,
going
that's all for
to.
me.
I am going to move up, and I'm going to give this not knight one more chance to willingly surrender.
Okay. You ask him, and he kind of like, you can tell he's a struggle, but he like puts his hand up in front of his face,
So
kind
that's
of like he's unable to speak, but it's clear that like he is willing to parlay.
I would tell Sinvoka he surrendered now. Let's continue on to the. Let's focus on the other ruffian.
Does that mean he's flat-footed?
The guy on the ground.
The guy who's disabled was flat-footed anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So.
Oh, I thought the thug was disabled.
Nope. It's just a not knight in front of you, Kane. Yeah. Yes. So I end my turn. I convinced him to surrender.
All right, it goes to Randy. The knight in front of you is on the ground. He's like got his hands up, like surrendering. He's very, very weak. It's clear, but
Okay. Then I will move around.
just wiggle.
I'm just wiggling, man.
Wiggle.
I'm gonna deck this guy.
A 13 hits.
For
Nice.
8 points of damage.
All right. 8. All right. He's pretty badly damaged. He is still standing and still able to fight, though. But he's again like the other guy just before he took the 1 bite damage. He is also waving in the wind.
Come on! Yeah, come on, I gotta, you and me. You're the last one.
He doesn't say anything, but when it moves to his turn, he's going to try and smack you with his mace. Oh, 21.
Good lord, yeah, that hits.
Welcome to level 1. You're gonna have to break out that weirwood after all.
Yeah, here I was feeling all high and mighty at my 17 AC.
7 damage.
Alright. I'm still up. I'm not looking so hot, but I'm still up.
He's the last one. I'm gonna remove this guy from the board because he was surrounded. And yeah, it's at Sinvolka now.
Alrighty, 5, 10, 15. I have to do this very carefully. 20, 25. So I do not provoke attacks of opportunity. And it's time for this dude to get got. I roll this. I am flanking him. A 10 probably doesn't get there.
He's flanked now, so yeah, 10 does hit.
The +5 is with me flanking him.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, no, that doesn't hit.
The second attack is an 18 to hit.
The 18 does hit.
For 1d6 plus 3 points of lethal damage, 8 damage.
8 damage that kills him. Well, it doesn't kill him, but it puts him to dying, unconscious and dying in the mud. He collapses to the ground, bleeding.
Alrighty. If that ends combat, I'm gonna go move over to Randy and like get his arm over my shoulders and carry him like, come on, Fred.
What? No, I'm fine.
Oh. Try to carry him in the direction of the guy who I saw use positive energy.
Okay, so
There's someone new.
Yes. You guys turn around and you notice
There's another combatant and we can't move at all.
Wait, hold on a minute. That guy turned into a dog.
No, emerging from the brush. Oh, and I need.
I give him a really dirty look.
That would be really confusing if I used those.
wait.
I'd probably give him a really like, come on,
2-6 of scotch.
So do we need to roll perception?
What? Yes, please.
Alrighty.
If I do this, or...
Okay.
20 plus 6. Donald has a natural 20. Randy has a natural 1.
That's the third one this game.
Perception is
King of the fumble.
King of the
20
fumble.
plus 6. Oh, that was supposed to be plus 6, so it's 19.
Good enough.
Second.
Randy throws up on his own shoes. It is sickened.
Oh yeah.
Donald sees all.
That scotch is definitely coming back on me right now. That's what that is.
Quack quack, my avian eyes see all.
Those are hawk eyes.
Raven eyes.
I need to quickly make a new guard token because the guard token I would use would be the same knight token that we just fought, and that would be confusing.
Sir, these men tried to rob us. And there's a
Now I have to work on my best Dutch accent.
So a unepic.
That's not the damage for the guard. Why is he that?
So a unepic not bar fight. Get the intention of potential guards. Classy.
Well, good thing that we didn't murder them.
Yeah, I told you. It was a good thing. I just wanted to punch them in the... You chopped a dude in half!
Ah! They took my sword.
They're gonna take you to jail!
I chopped a man in half who would have killed us.
You don't know that.
But that was one of those bandits, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys make your perception checks. That natural one. So net 20. We'll have them cancel each other out. So no one gets anything good, no one gets anything shitty. But emerging from the brush, as I described him before, he's wearing this stark contrast to to the other guys. The guys you just got done fighting, he's wearing finely gold damascene armor. A beautiful bastard sword hangs. A beautiful bastard sword hangs from his hip. Two guards wearing the town tabard of Spillway walk beside him. They're carrying cudgels. He looks over you four, looks at the guys lying on the ground. As I described, he has his helmet on now, but you guys had seen him earlier. It's an older gentleman, maybe in his late 50s. He looks over you four. Did you four kill these men?
I didn't kill anyone.
Volko will set Randy down next to the cleric, and he will approach these three.
I didn't kill anyone, so in good faith, I'm going to channel positive energy to heal everyone's wounds in 30 feet of me.
Not that guy. That guy's dead.
Yeah, he is standing over a dead body.
So anyone who's not dead by us is healed by 3 hit points.
So that would bring the people who have taken non-lethal damage up by 6.
Yeah.
So we fixed the problem. They're not dead.
Yeah.
Nevertheless,
well, only the...
I do. I approach him, and these 3, pointing at the guys who are now stirring as positive energy floods their body, in the name of the robot god. So they get an oil change, and they feel better. They stole those weapons from the dead. It's not right. I meant to take them. Take them to the law, turn those weapons in somewhere where no one will be hurt by them, or probably look down at some beat-up, terrible sword. Just get rid of it. Those 2, and I point to Johnny Leg Cut Off and the other guy. I can't speak for them. They interrupted our combat.
I merely helped my friend here to help retrieve the weapon and armor.
We meant no ill will. By the thunder, I simply seek to ensure that no one was hurt.
the night well, you can't see his face, but he stares back at you deadpan, and he says, looking around on the, at the bodies on the ground and the men stirring, he says, "Did you not accept a challenge to a fight outside of the city of Spillway?"
That is correct.
Correct.
That is against the law of the land. I am mandated to take you into custody and bring you before, well, myself. I am the Chamberlain, Sir Erdebrecht.
Silvoka, I think it's wise that we follow this officer.
I will nod and follow him.
Well, they have my sword, so I will follow them too.
He does
I
have
want
your
my
sword.
sword back.
What's going on?
We are going to the drunk tank now.
What for? No one's drunk. No one's drunk here.
As you got Erdrecht and the two guards, the two guards kind of pile up the two dead bodies on top of each other out in the middle of the field. They just kind of leave the three guys you knocked out just to kind of recover out in the middle of the field. The three of them lead you back. We're gonna go back to. Stop the music. Back to.
Cool, Tom. Did you get your sword?
The guards have the... yeah. They spawned next to my sword.
Yeah, basically. They bring you all back. you guys, Randy's probably been inside before. Been inside the dungeon of the Spillway Manor. But yeah, you guys are brought back into town, led through town. People like look and stare at you, like stare. Kurotama, are you still in?
Yeah, that's what I
Kitsune?
wanted to say. Once we start walking back toward the city, I will turn back into human form. Also, I make sure that my teeth are no longer bloody. I lick them clean.
All right. Nonetheless, as you guys walk back into town, people kind of give you weird looks. Like Randy knows that like fighting isn't rare here in the Spillway, but killing people, and especially bandits, are rare. Like fighting isn't like people get in fist fights in the Spillway all the time, but actually like bandits in on Abren's Isle is completely unheard of. And you guys just dealt with some, so people are giving you like the stink eye.
See, I told you, that's why I didn't kill anyone. I'm in the right here.
I didn't kill no one.
You tried.
Yeah, I was merely trying to weaken them to a point that they would be willing to surrender after learning a lesson.
Yeah, you just loosened it for me.
I barely shoot on someone, like a little bit.
You would have done a lot more if you hadn't hurled your sword across the field.
Yeah. That's embarrassing.
That's okay.
So,
we've had our fair share of embarrassments this evening.
Yes.
You guys enter. You're not entered through the main, through the main thoroughfare of the Spillway Manor. You guys enter. You guys go past the walls, and then you guys are brought along like a side passage into the dungeon. It's pretty dark and dank down here. There's no one down here. Like, there isn't even a guard down here, because rarely anyone ever gets arrested here. Usually they're just sent home with a bloody nose. Ehrenbrecht takes off his helmet. The guards are waiting outside. In his hands, he's still holding Kurotama's sword, which he sets on like this dusty desk in front of him. He just takes a seat in this, like I said, no one's ever down here, so it's this dusty chair. He kind of wipes off and sits down and starts writing down something on parchment in front of him.
Okay, so I know how this normally works. I possess all the necessary accoutrement, black eye, bloody nose, loose tooth. Right in here. You see it? You see it? I'm pushing on it. You think maybe we could just you haven't make a knowledge personal history check, so just a D20 roll plus your half your level, which would be 1, plus your intelligence.
That's all of us?
Just Randy. Randy's from here.
It's just a 2 for me. Oh yeah, 5 total. Woo.
5. The DC was 10. You've never seen this guy before ever. He might just be a guy who's been brought up within, though he doesn't have an Abrenish accent. He sounds Delvasian. He sounds like he's from the mainland, but you don't know. You have no fucking clue. You're like, wait a minute. Oh, never mind. Where did I leave I left my scotch in the field. Shit. He looks up at you and he says, "You are Randy?"
I am.
Yes. There are new things here. I am the new Chamberlain of the Isle. Ever since I had to leave the mainland, your rules have changed. You're members of the guild?
Yeah, Randy sobers up a little bit. I believe so, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sinvolka will nod.
Yeah. Kurutama will also nod, but he can't keep his eyes off his sword. He really doesn't like being separated from his sword.
He looks back down at the paper. He continues writing, but he says, well, the new punishment is, well, a bit more severe than being sent home with a bloody nose. We're shipping you up to the capital. You're going to have to go before Beard for punishment.
What?
Where are we going?
Beard?
Abren's watch and Beard. You know, one of the 5, or what? Well, one of the 3 now, but one original one of them, if you know what I mean.
Sinvolka gets very quiet and brooding as he hears the name of somebody he used to know.
Somebody that you used to know.
Somebody that I used to know. And now what content I need?
Edric kind of raises an eyebrow. He notices that you've gone quiet, or not gone quiet, but that you've started staring off into space. He's a little annoyed is an understatement by everything going on, but he's a little concerned as well that guild members are getting in fights with people. Piece of paper that he's got, a piece of parchment, folds it 4 times into a little neat square, walks up to the door and hands it to one of the guards. He whispers something, says that I am going to arrange for you to be transported up to the capital. You will be taken in a cart, secured. He walks back over to the desk and picks up Kurutama's katana, hands it back to him. Make sure that these stay sheathed. When you reach the capital especially, the guards there aren't armed with just cudgels.
He holds his sword to his chest and nods.
Sinvolka will nod as well and just, forgive me.
Sir.
Sir.
That'll be for Beard to decide. He opens up the door from the dungeon and motions with his hand for you guys to leave. One of the guards waiting outside. You guys step outside of the, out into the rain again. There's a cart already waiting for you. It's open top. It does not look fun.
Sweet.
Sinvolka will climb in.
Yeah, Randy piles in.
I get it into the carriage or wagon.
Yeah, Kurutama steps in last.
All right.
Sinvolka, you seem to know the individual, so what is your relationship to them exactly?
Alright, let me dig out that knowledge personal history that I'll start putting ranks in. +1 equals a natural 1. Never mind. I just felt real bad because I killed folks.
He just doesn't like beards.
I can't grow a good enough one myself. No, I'm not coming ready.
I can turn into a fucking wolf, but I can't grow a beard.
Yep. I can grow random hair out of my elbows and armpits and triceps. Not on my face.
Well, you got that wicked ass unibrow going on.
I do.
Yeah.
Thank you, Paizo, for unibrows on your witch wolves.
We gotta get you a straight razor and a mirror. Fix that up.
Gotta go break out a war razor.
Drafted
We've
as hell.
finally found the proper use of a war razor.
Trimming witch wolf body hair.
Yup.
So you guys have a few hours. Randy's never been to the capital.
And no, sir.
So this is a new thing for everyone. As you guys, several hour ride.
Yeah, just wanted to ask, how long will it take? Is that days or hours?
Hours.
Okay, so it's not that far.
And you don't get your spells back, and I don't get my smite back.
Yeah.
And I lose nothing.
Well,
Well,
So that tooth finally gets loose.
Oh shit!
For those for the few hours, I'm going to try to get the teeth back in place and heal his teeth wound. So channel energy and use my doctor profession skill
To know exactly where the positive energy needs to hit.
It's my everywhere.
Yep. So 25. So I think I definitely put the teeth back in its proper place.
That orthodontistry degree really coming in handy.
yeah.
He's a dentist.
Doctor.
The Tengu is a dentist, the one with no teeth.
What a
Like that
useful skill.
orthodontist. He's a mouth surgeon. It's
Ugh.
very similar but different.
He puts braces on 13-year-old kids. In the name of Bry.
In the name of Bry, I put braces on kids so they can have a straight and perfect teeth.
Invent some weird clockwork braces. Well, I'm actually going to break open my copy of Inner Sea Faiths, I think is where Bry is. I want to see exactly what a cleric of Bry is supposed to do. Curiosity!
All right. So what goes on?
Yeah, Joe.
Yeah.
Uh,
Kuratama will probably entertain himself by playing with his Psy Crystal, have it turn into a spider, crawl around.
Did I actually forget my scotch in that field?
yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
1 second, I'm making a little map just so we have the best thing. Just got it for fucking no 20 itself out here.
And how long is this trip up the island?
It's like I said, it's going to be around 5 hours, so it's going to be nighttime.
Yeah, well,
That's
long
how you
enough to
guys
sober up then.
Okay.
Yeah.
After putting the teeth back in place, I would get as much sleep as I can, or any type of sleep I can get.
Sinvolko will just watch the road as we're traveling in this terrible wagon to make sure that, like, if bandits are new on Abren's Isle, but they're attacking us, that could mean there are more of them, so I'm just going to keep my eye out.
This up here.
So I feel like maybe I missed something earlier, but if bandits are like, you never see them on Abren's Isle, why would we be getting the stink eye for dealing with bandits?
Well, because we killed people, and usually they don't kill people here.
I think we should all grab our virtual D20s. Because
Volka killed a person.
That's what I
Yeah.
get for not having that be non-lethal. That's what I get for not investing ranks in knowledge local. To be like, hey, is this cool?
Yeah.
And I'm playing lawful neutral. I didn't check with the law first.
Yeah, playing neutral good, not obeying the laws actually, but not actually absolutely breaking it, all the rules.
I'm more like, what are rules?
Guys, I found the chaotic
I've-
neutral player.
Yeah.
God dang it.
I have my
forgot to
own
disable
rules.
Get off the grid. Okay. So you guys enter Abren's Watch, the capital. Abren's Watch. Well, let's have everyone make a perception check as you guys move. Still raining. 5 hours later, it's still raining.
It's 28.
19.
Something other than a 1. 14.
Yes.
21.
21. So, just looking around, like, you guys have probably all heard how, like, big Abren's watch is. Abren's watch is one of the biggest cities, like, in the area. Isn't exactly fair because it's on an island, but it's, like, one of the biggest cities in the Istron area. It's 40,000 people. And you guys, when you enter the town, like, you're flanked by other cars. There are people, like, walking in the rain still, like, because business has to get done. But you guys can see, like, there are buildings, they're probably 3 stories tall, like, plenty of them, just littered around the place. People bustling around. You can hear it in front of you. Like, there's a humongous bustle. And you guys, like, the sides of the carts are low enough that you guys can see out in front of you that there's a humongous marketplace in front of you. Along with that, you can see off to your east, there's a kind of a wood-sided coliseum that's been that's sitting in this little corner of the city. In the center of the city, towering above it, is Randy would know it. It's Barnswallow. It's the place. It's where the king lives. It's where the king's council lives, and it's also where sometimes it's where they administer justice. Sometimes this might be the place where Beard happens to be. That's why you guys are going here, as well as you guys can also see towering the 2 cathedrals in the city, which is one to Sarenrae and one to Ered in the city.
No, this is the king I joined the retinue of, Kalele.
Oh yeah, Kalele, yes. But you're not going to see him. You're going to see me.
No. I was just curious.
So as you guys move through the city, it takes about 30 minutes to get to the center of the city through traffic. You guys enter. Donald's done something terrible here.
Yeah, I was moving my token to the center there, but you moved it.
I moved it to the center, and then you moved it, so it went like super far up. I was holding it. It was... yeah. So when you guys enter... please. Thank you. There's a lot of people, like, hanging around. Everyone seems kind of... quiet and reverent, which it's a castle. It's not supposed to be like, take off your hat. So why everyone's being so, like, again, disturbed by everything, you don't know why, but you guys are brought to, like, in through, again, a back way into the city.
By now, Randy's sobered up a bunch, and he's very, very hungover, and he's leaning rancher for, like, to keep himself upright.
All right. You guys are brought in to the castle, into the manor. You're brought deep underground. You can tell as you guys keep going down and down. Eventually you reach this kind of like area. It's lit by these kind of like little white orbs floating around. This place is intensely magical. You can just feel it like gathering on your skin as you walk around like rain, drops of rain. Let's get rid of that turn order.
No, we lose him again.
But I'm here. Oh.
It definitely sounded like we heard, let's get rid of that turn order, and it kind of cut off. Let's get rid of that.
Oh, yeah, let's get rid of that turn order, is what I said. So let me go ahead and put this on as over.
Man, you guys have to walk so loud.
In response, Sinvolka will smile, nod, and attempt a stealth check. Not to hide. I'm not like, oh, well, you're drunk. I'm picking your pocket. Not like that, but... Yeah, I guess I do have to natural one and walk especially loud.
I am going to use prestidigitation to quiet my footsteps a bit.
Smile, nod, immediately walk into like a porcelain shop.
Yeah.
They do a suit of armor, like a decorative.
And it's just domino effect, just... And now we're in bigger trouble.
Yeah.
I shouldn't play paladins. I'm obviously bad at it.
Life of a hero for you.
Yup.
Way to go, heroes.
I got a 25 on stealth. I'm quiet.
I'm afraid your attempts to console me have been ruined by the synthesis.
That's adorable.
And we're all at a little table. We're casting.
I
Donald's
don't know.
sitting on the actual table, but we all have chairs.
I don't know if that's hair or eyebrow.
Yeah, you can't tell. You're brought in before this little creature. He does look like the immense personification of is seated like at this table. He has a lot of hair. Like Cade said, I don't know if that's eyebrow or hair. It's both. It just kind of forms into his hair.
So this creature, he is a giant fluff ball.
Oh yeah, no, Randy says that aloud, just very quietly.
Giant fluff ball.
I think he means, I don't know if that's hair.
Yeah, I don't know if
that's
that's hair or eyebrows. He's like one giant unibrow.
Man, I'm not used to music on Roll20, so I thought I accidentally turned something on my computer. Just, what is that?
Shit!
The guards, they leave you. They go back up. It's just you and the gnome. The little gnome, he's like cradling something. You can't see it. He looks up. He smiles, this big, broad, toothy smile. He pats his hand on the table. He's like, come, sit down.
Alrighty. Now, I natural one the last knowledge. I've natural one. We've all natural one in bad places
natural
today. Do I recognize Beard?
Not this beard.
Okay, fair enough.
This beard, how I described him last time, he is different to this beard. He still has a lot of hair and a beard.
But he's not naked.
Yeah, this one has clothing. He looks pretty much the same as he does.
On the token.
Yeah.
Right,
Well, thank goodness for that.
so
Okay,
Volker will
good.
take a seat.
I take a seat.
Yeah, I sit down, I put my head in my hands, and I massage my forehead.
Being polite, I remove my polite doctor mask and take off my hood.
Oh, Randy's just got his hands like shoved up the front of his helmet.
The little gnome, he's cradling this like little owl. He sets it on the table, flies off into the rest of the council room. And he taps his fingers. He's like, so, Edward, he tells me that y'all were caught outside fighting. Willfully fighting. It's not like you were attacked outside, but you were attacked outside by bandits.
Correct, sir.
That's true.
Accurate. Sir.
He continues to tap. Continue.
Sorry, what?
Go, Kuratama! Did we lose him to days?
Yeah, we were attacked and stuff. Yeah, we were like brawling with some guys from the bar, and I guess then bandits appeared or something. Why do I have to speak? I'm bad at this.
Oh right, he's a socially awkward Kitsune.
Here we go again. Where's his poetry?
he, the little gnome, he looks over each one of you guys. He's, you couldn't be much older than the last toenail I chopped off. Really, why are you going around fighting people, especially bandits? Did you know they were bandits?
No.
All
I
of
knew
them.
is they
All
wanted
five
to
of
kill
them.
us. All
Well, I
five
just
of them.
thought. Yeah, I just
Yes.
thought they were assholes.
Why would they be picking from dead bodies? That's illegal.
Well, they were covered in equipment that had clearly been lifted off someone who, well, let's say, weren't using it anymore.
Well, that should have pointed out immediately. You should have reported. Well, Ed was already on it, but you should have reported it to the nearest constable.
Forgive
Is
me.
is that
I
something
acted
that, like...
rashly.
Sorry.
Is that something in character we know we should have had done?
Well, no one rolled knowledge
Randy.
local if we're not from here.
Well, I'm from here, and what I was going to ask is that something that I would have known from before, or is this something that's happened since the rule change?
No, this is like the rules haven't changed. It's the punishments have.
Ah. Well, that's my bad then. I guess I was just very intoxicated. Seemed like a good idea at the time.
Well, all of us make mistakes.
I mean, every cloud has a silver lining, they say. Now we know. Erdrecht knows that there are more out there now, that's a problem, but you all still violated the law. And I'm supposed to do something about it. I don't know why we don't have a better system in place, and we have to get the second in command of the entire freaking council to deal with it, but... Well, now... I guess, since you found him, you're gonna have to go and get rid of him.
The what? The bandits?
What do you think I'm talking about? No, the
I
foot
don't-
fungus.
Yeah,
I
no.
was just double checking.
Sorry for the inconvenience.
Okay, I'm going to use a prestigiation on it for to actually clean it.
I think he was being sarcastic.
I'm pretty sure he was being facetious.
Only one way to find out.
What's sarcasm?
Do I need to roll profession doctor to remove his toenail fungus?
To see if you got that boom! Tough acting enacted.
Randy throws up in his mouth.
Cool.
He looks over you guys and he says, if you can deal with this, it'll take a good weight off of Erdbrecht's shoulders and it'll clear you of any wrongdoing.
Alright.
Fair enough.
It will be done.
Okay. To whom do we need to report once we are done?
See, now, I didn't think of that. Just drop off, something,
Do we collect their ears or something?
No, that's barbaric. Where do you think we are?
What about any personal items that signify they are bandits, such as any personal trophies of theirs?
Or we will bring them back to face justice here.
That would work. If not, I'll tell you what. You all don't look like the sort to just have an entire arsenal or maybe independently wealthy, so if you bring me, just bring me all of their weapons and we'll also take that as proof.
I understand.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we can try capturing the leader if that works. I don't know.
I mean, that would be best.
Can't make promises. You never know. But we can try.
Do we know where the bandits are hiding out?
No, that's your job.
I see.
That's what makes it a punishment, I suppose.
Well, of course.
I understand. Sinvolker will stand up from the table. If there's nothing else...
There's nothing else. You all may leave. You're free to go. Just don't leave the island, and remember your charge.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I get up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll walk out into the city.
Yeah.
All right.
Same here. I get my Plague Doctor mask on again.
Kurotama gives like an awkward little bow of like thanks and leaves. Like almost steps into the water around the table.
Yes, mind that. It was very static, but we have a lot of people break their ankles here.
I can see why.
It gets dark sometimes.
Sometimes it gets heated and we dance around the table and... Oh,
That's just a bad time. I don't know what architect means, but
Gnomes.
no more
Alright.
loot solo. No one's playing loot out in the rain.
Just hanging out. Does this place smell better?
This is bad! Yeah, it smells way better.
Good.
Yeah, but we probably got to go all the way back then to spillway.
Yeah. Kurotama turns to the rest of the party and says, I wish we could have searched those bandits. That might have given us a clue.
It would have.
Now we pretty much like have no clues.
I'm sorry I
only
got you guys
clue-
wrapped up into this. Yet
Gosh.
again, I act without thinking.
Not the
Well-
first group of bandits I've had to rout.
Yeah. Since the bandits attacked, they kind of dragged us into it by default, so
How about for a lead, we talk to the officer that brought us here. Maybe we can learn a hint from him then.
It's a thought.
yeah. It's worth giving it a shot.
If that doesn't work, then we can ask the local expert to figure out geographic areas where they may or may not be by crossing off potential locations.
Well, I guess they can't be too far off from where we met them because we're only two. So it was probably like a scouting party that decided to make use of that opportunity.
Perhaps the swamp.
Yeah.
Generally,
No, not the shit swamp. I don't want to go to the shit swamp.
Like, Randy can roll knowledge personal history. The rest of you can roll like knowledge arcana.
9.
Alrighty, this is untrained. I have knowledge all, but only ranks in religion. So I have an 8.
I only have a +1 in intelligence.
I have no ranks in Arcana, so I have
The
a
DC is 10,
okay.
if you don't.
21.
21. So, well, we can write off of Kurotama. Kurotama knows, he's heard about it. It's quite famous. I mean, this entire isle is quite famous. Spillway swamps, it smells like shit there. The reason why it smells like shit is because of the sewage from the city, and it's uninhabited, and it's the perfect place for the white necromancers to work their magic. This is like a place where they bring heroes to be buried, and in case they need it, they can resurrect, or not resurrect, but raise dead those heroes
Okay.
to be used by the white necromancers. The Spillway Swamp is quite safe because it's guarded by the white necromancers.
Okay.
So there's probably not bandits in the Spillway Swamp if it's guarded by the necromancers. Does that seem like sound logic?
Yeah.
Generally, bandits like to hide out well, they're not going to attract a lot of attention.
And you guys do have maps of the Isle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's first talk to the good captain that came to the capital with us.
A logical conclusion.
Yeah.
Can we find him easily enough?
Erblect, he didn't come with you. He's back in Spillway. You assume.
Okay.
Really should-
Is there any people in the building here that can aid us, telling us about generally about bandit groups and their activities, so we can have some hints?
Yeah.
Well,
I
if
mean, they
bandits
did
aren't
say that-
normal on this island, I imagine they're hiding somewhere like the forests or in the ramparts, somewhere where they can disappear.
Mm.
Uh,
Them-
A question: the bandit that we killed, did they had any marks on them that we can identify which groups they are?
Now, what do you mean, which groups?
The bandit that attacked us outside of town, did they have any marks that we can identify them by? What bandit group they are part of?
You have no clue. There is no real bandit groups on Abren's Island. So,
Yeah, this is probably a good point to end the session. We've been
Yeah.
playing for about 3 hours now.
Yeah, we're about at the
Mhm.
mark.
Yeah, it's a pretty good place to stop.
Yeah. So
All
there's
right.
a group consensus that we want to head back to the spillway for next session and try to find Albrecht and
Yeah, yes.
Yeah,
alrighty.
try to collect some information. I mean, even if bandits are super rare, they must have some information about them because someone must have been robbed before.
No, we didn't kill both of them, did we? I didn't kill. the other one.
I have a idea. If the body is in good condition still, can we not pay the service for a cleric to commune with dead with them?
well, the thing is, and we'll end it here, is that there's no one on the a necromancer might if you bring him to the spillway swamp.
Yeah.
They usually don't. They usually don't lower themselves to talking to evil spirits or evil souls, or those that would do evil. You could try that, but clerics in the city, a cleric of Serenray or a cleric of Cain Kalian or Eridan's not going to touch that with a 40-foot pole.
Mm.
And yeah, Tommy, do you want to sign us out?
Yeah, sure, I can do that. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you're into, what am I even trying to say? If you're into RPG podcasts, as always, do check out the Inn of Planar Crossroads. If for no other reason, then you can get the Kitsune and Tengu jokes that are probably going to be all over this campaign. We got 2 giveaways running right now. The first one, courtesy of one of the people who can hear my voice right now, is funded and is live. I need 6 people to run through the Doomsday Dawn adventure for Pathfinder 2nd Edition, the first ever published bit of content that will feature space mummies and the Dominion of the Black and stuff. And also, if you're into 1st Edition, as we obviously still are because here we are gestalting it, we're holding a send-off tournament to celebrate 10 years of what I happen to think is the best RPG on the face of the planet. Patronage will give you an extra entry in both of those giveaways if you'd like to enter. The links for all of the above are in the description. As always, be sure to like and subscribe for more videos. We'll see you next time. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
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 There he is.